right? Plenty have tried and plenty have failed. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. Bye. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know my bro king got me, see that's a black bond that can't be broken. No Idris Alba, I'm a black bond, aiming a scope and all black panel, you can never try playing us token. Yeah, we playing games, but now one of us playing or joking. Not at all. Oh wait, then Jack Move came in with the trophies, God in a lane of its own, like how can you gamers approach me? Tell kids move to body you in Halo, then send your family an angel emoji. You should've known, dog, you ain't got enough Series X's. Blind got all the answers, no, you ain't gotta ask Siri questions. All the latest gaming news gotta be here to check it. Since 2015 and beyond, I'm just here to respect it. When you at the top of your tier, it's a blessing. From the bottom, so no way we appear to be desperate. This for anybody doubting, I'm clearing a message. And if you ever had a problem, I'm here to correct. Plenty have failed. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know what it is, man. Weapon World Podcast, y'all know what we got in the building, man. We got BG. We got Kid Smoove, we got Jack Move, we got Black Bond, I mean. Blandrew, I mean, what you can't off strafe us, bro. Like, the strafe too strong.
Yo. Mic check.
A weapon well.
Mic check, mic check. Let me know if y'all hear us good.
Hello?
What's up, Jack?
What's good, brother?
Chilling, man. You calling everybody brother now?
I'm just
Brother.
preaching this new peace and positivity in the community, you know?
You're using it in a, in a cynical and
Well, I don't want you to downplay my meaning and tell me, don't mansplain it to me, brother. What's wrong with you?
You're using it in a patronizing way.
Gamer 23.
Patronize? I'm not patronizing anybody, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Are you fucking with me right now? How am I supposed to beat this shit?
Why is Gia back in here? What's good, Gia?
Wow, fuck you.
No, I was just, hey, man, listen. You know I love when you're on the podcast. Don't get it twisted. I just want to know what you're doing here.
BG needed somebody to talk about Harry Potter.
Oh, you one of them guys, huh?
God.
It's interesting because there's Harry Potter is extremely popular, but it's like in our circle, it's not that easy to find somebody that actually likes Harry Potter.
My girl is a mega fan of Harry Potter, but she's not going to speak on this podcast. I can tell you that right now.
I've never really known black Harry Potter fans like that, if I'm being honest.
What?
Any black people, Blandrew? Your voice is low, by the way.
You sound good.
I don't think you know that many black people, though, do you? Right?
No, I know a lot. I grew up in New York when Harry Potter first came out.
I thought you were going to say some of your best friends was black.
No.
Oh, yeah, New York got that one Harry Potter building, don't it? I didn't get to go in there.
See, I remember when I was in, I think it was elementary, like the end of elementary, everybody was walking around the school with a Harry Potter book. But I don't think none of these niggas actually read it. It was a straight fad, bro. I'm like, you niggas is not reading that.
You was like 14 when you talking about, right, BT?
Wasn't it like a meme though if you couldn't read a Harry Potter book?
Maybe it was middle school. I don't even remember when Harry Potter.
50 Cent told Floyd Mayweather.
I dare you to read one page of a Harry Potter book, nigga.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't even remember when the takeover really started happening with Harry Potter, and it was
early
at its
2000s, yo. That was early 2000s.
Okay, so that probably was middle school for me. But yeah, I'm like y'all are frauds and capping, bro. Like they use Harry Potter books more as an accessory than actually something they was reading, because everybody wanted it on display. Like, oh, I'm carrying, look at me carrying around my Harry Potter book. They ain't cracked that shit open. They ain't make it past
I
page
feel like
50.
you don't put an importance on reading, so you think other people can't read as well.
They ain't read that shit, bro.
I think that's how you looking at it, bro.
There are
read
plenty
some
of
books.
people who've read
Yeah.
Harry Potter. Not me, but
Hey.
plenty of people have.
I haven't read all of them, but I've read some of them. So.
Is that Moocha?
I feel like most of the people I know that are Harry Potter fans are black and women. Like that's pretty much what I'm
Most of the people I know who like Harry Potter are white.
Exactly. Thank you.
I must not know enough white people.
I actually don't know any black person
Thank
other like
you.
Mocha that's read Harry Potter. I don't know.
Thank you.
So,
Wow.
None of
And-
y'all like are Harry Potter fans?
I don't like Harry Potter.
I
I
don't know
think
how to
that shit's
read.
boring.
It's in
I
like
like the
this,
idea. Go ahead.
it's in like the
really-
same vein as something like Twilight. Like the same people that liked Harry Potter seem
Yeah.
to have. Yeah. So
I like Twilight and I don't like Harry Potter.
I
so
like the
don't know.
Twilight
Mm.
books, but I don't like
Twilight's
the
awesome.
Twilight
So,
movies.
see, I'm gonna be real with you, right? I seen all the Harry Potter movies because my wife is a fan of both the Twilight movies and the Harry Potter movie. If a gun was to my head, I'm watching the Twilight movies all over again over Harry Potter. At least them joints is
Wait,
like the
so you
like, at least they
didn't
be
like-
killing people and like the fights are entertaining.
You didn't like Prisoner of Azkaban? That's the best one.
Nah, they not
I
they
think,
not they not clapping each other enough for me.
I think the books personally are boring. Like I tried to read the books when I was younger, but the movies are fine. You know, I think I've seen all of them like once. So
I think my problem with Harry Potter is it's a child adventure, right? And that's not, that's just not doing it for me. Like it's very, it's very Nickelodeon early Cartoon Network lava. What's the Shark Boy and Lava Girl to me? I don't know. Just that's how it feels like to me.
just never appealed to me for some reason. I don't know.
You
I
don't
mean,
like-
go ahead.
no, go ahead. I was about to make a stupid comment. You go ahead.
Oh yeah. No, when I was younger, I was reading like James Patterson, Robert B. Parker, like murder mystery stuff, so that's probably why it didn't appeal to me because I wasn't really into that fantasy stuff until later.
Hmm.
I wasn't
You know,
allowed to
like-
read it as a kid.
Religious parents, right?
Like
Yeah.
Goosebumps books.
Yeah, I read
Luca.
those. I
I
did.
read those too. Yeah.
I missed out
Oh.
on Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon at the time.
Oh, I was.
Y'all are
I
gonna
was-
judge me, but guess what books I like loved and read more than once?
Ain't
Zane.
No, the Little House on the Prairie books.
Oh,
It's
All
like
of
Mocha
them.
read some nigga shit, like them little
Facts.
Walmart joints, them little love novels.
No,
yeah,
thank you.
the half naked chick on the back.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
See,
Alright.
and I'm glad the truth is coming out that people are being real, that we ain't trying to read nothing. Because when I said it, like, listen, I'm not trying to
For
read,
yourself,
especially.
BG. Speak for yourself.
I'm not trying to read when I play a video game. People shame me for it, but the truth is coming out. Niggas ain't reading. Like, why?
You read, Jack?
Huh?
You read?
Jack reading.
It's just a learning process, man.
All I've ever heard you read is the super chat. I've never heard you read like an actual book or anything.
And you see
before.
how I struggle through them, right? So why are you asking me that?
I mean,
brother?
BG could barely read comments, so let's keep it.
And BG reading comprehension is fucking horrible too.
I'm an amazing reader, sir.
And this nigga tweeted that the cornbread was nasty yesterday. I shouldn't be on this podcast. You
Oh,
lost your
man.
mind, BG.
I just spoke the truth.
This is a
and then-
month after him calling grits nasty too, dog.
Like, imagine
All
being
that
that
nasty,
imagine
bruh.
being that stupid, bro. Imagine being that stupid.
all that nasty, and then the people be telling me, "Oh, you haven't had a good cornbread." I'm like, "There's no such thing."
There
Have you
actually
only
is,
ate
though.
that Jiffy stuff, huh?
Bruh,
BG? That's what
Hey,
I'm
Jiffy
saying.
cornbread lit too, though.
Listen,
Nah,
here's
they
a-
got way better cornbread than Jiffy.
I mean, they do, but I'm just saying though, Jiffy.
but you know what it is, bro. I don't like a whole lot. I don't like super like dry food. If y'all ain't realize,
Grits
Yeah, I've
aren't
seen the
dry.
cooking you post, BG. You sure about that?
Grits aren't
cornbread
dry.
is dry.
Nick,
Uh,
it's not
grits is
dry.
not
What are you
dry
talking about?
either.
Grits is something else. I don't like grits for another reason.
Oh, some chicken wings. They like them hoes was breaded in glass shards. Nigga talking about you don't like dry food. All right,
but
BG.
I
I'm
don't
on your
like
ass.
I don't like breaded food. Like you know what I hate? Like breaded shrimp and anything breaded. I hate that type of stuff.
But now, boiled shrimp are superior. I can tell you that.
Oh, so
I
you wouldn't even
agree.
eat a po' boy? That's what you're saying,
Bro, y'all gonna be mad at me? I hate like Popeye's biscuits. I will never eat them. I hate them.
Trash
They
can.
overrated, bro. They overrated. Dog.
They good, but I ain't gonna hold you if you don't like them.
Like
Now, you said
them.
that about a Church's biscuit? I might have to tell you something.
I don't
Those
like
are
it.
the best.
I don't like
Yeah.
any biscuits.
I love Church's biscuits with honey.
Yeah, they be
You got a rule. You
smacking.
can't talk about churches when you talking having food conversations.
I've
I don't
never
think-
had anything else from
Only
there.
when
And
you
I
talk
only
about
had the biscuits.
size is fire at churches. That's all they really got though.
Yikes! All right, E-Rock, owe me some money. Let me screen cap
I've
this.
never tried anything else. I do agree with the cornbread take though. I agree with that. I really don't care for cornbread, but I do like grits.
Jesus Christ!
Is this a gaming show or food show? What's going on?
Man, fuck them games, man.
Hey man, it was a dry week though, so
You thought
gotta-
so? I thought there was some interesting stuff that happened.
a few, but we should be out of here on time, but we never are, based on the amount of topics there are. So we gonna get started. Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 315. We are on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, all your favorite, audio streaming platforms. Check out the Weapon Wheel Patreon and the channel memberships. You can support us on there. Link is in the description for all that. Gives you access to the Discord. Please hit the like button to support the podcast. If you want to submit a video to be featured during the podcast, just click that link in the description. You can drag and drop your video there. And let's do these intros. Start off with Jack.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good week. Yeah, let's get to it.
All right. It's Women's History Month. I know I'm hella late, right? I didn't realize it until the month started. So for the next, I think 4 or 5 weeks, I think I got a woman booked for each week. So yeah.
Boss ain't showing up for the next week. Okay, makes sense.
Oh, hey man,
Everything's starting to come together, man. All right.
it might be the best for that Bond doesn't show. Yeah, Bond's off today, by the way. It might be the best that he doesn't show up for the next few weeks. Anytime Bond and a woman is in the podcast, it always goes left.
Is Bond getting docked for his absences? What's going on here, BG?
Hey man,
We definitely need that, right?
Yeah,
Jack?
I don't know if Bond's being paid equal. Hey man, listen, I don't know, man. I need that.
Damn, this man ain't here 2 weeks and you just sniping his check. Damn, that's how.
Hey, Blandrew, you with me, right?
Absolutely.
Oh man.
To be fair, if it was somebody else, he'll want them to get docked. So.
Hey, Mocha, see Mocha spitting right now.
It's ruthless on this podcast. Just dog eat dog like that. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Luca. You're on
Hi,
mute.
guys. No, I'm here. Sorry. What's
Yeah.
up, guys? Luca here. Yes, Luca Teal. Yes, the Ashen one. That's me. I'm here. What's goody, brother? Brother, thanks for having me. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
Brother.
And
Always good to be on with Queen Mocha and the rest of the boys. Good to see Hardhead. I haven't seen Hardhead in about six years, but it's good to see you, brother. So
Yeah, it's been a while.
it's been quite some time, my boy.
It's not Luca not seeing hard here for. Let me fall back.
He's been avoiding me like the plague. Understand?
That's
I was
great.
just in your last stream. You
Pull up to
was
the Scumcast. Pull up to the Scumcast.
you was destroying them people on live.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was very funny.
Mm-hmm.
BG, if you haven't watched it, check it out. It's hysterical.
are you talking about the one where you invited all those people and
Yeah.
there was smoke?
Yeah.
I'll watch that.
Oh yeah, where's Kez? We need her on the podcast.
Oh, everybody
What's
was
her name?
there for
Kezia?
that
What's her
stream.
name?
That shit was so funny.
Yeah. All right. Mocha, I guess, invited herself, which I'm completely fine with. How are you, ma'am?
Actually, sir, I'm great. I'm not gonna be here the whole time though. I'm just kind of popping in because why not?
Okay. All right, I feel you.
What the hell?
All right. Hardhead.
What's going on, y'all? It's Hardhead. Apparently, I'm the Gran Turismo rep for the community again, so
Yep. You're the go-to.
pleasure to be here.
Game
That's what I'm
inspection.
finding out.
Hello,
Game inspection.
here for the greatness that is Strangers of Paradise and whatever Harry Potter is. Thanks for having me on.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
we
I
talked
played
about that
Stranger
last week, what
Paradise
the hell?
too.
Did we talk about that last week?
Greatness.
Yeah, but
Uh,
it
it
didn't
just
come
came
out
out.
until
Best game ever made.
All right.
We
First
talked
game to
about
sell 1
the-
trillion.
All right,
We
tone it
talked
down.
about
Relax.
First game to sell
Player.
1 trillion. First game to sell 1 trillion copies.
All right, brother.
Really?
Relax.
Goddamn.
And Blandrew.
What's up?
Okay. That's how he greets the people after a long week of not seeing them. Okay.
I'm tired, BG. I've been up since 2:00.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Can we talk about how like Blandrew has did like a 180 in like the past month? Like
Where you going with this,
personality-wise?
Mocha?
You have become ruthless like overnight. What happened?
I haven't become ruthless. I'm the same old me.
That nigga even said that shit aggressively. That's crazy.
No, what's going on, Blandy?
Not much has changed. I'm the
Huh.
same. I'm the same old person as you've always known.
Kind of a little bit more reckless with the shit you've been saying, brother. What's going
Yeah.
on? What's wrong with you,
Yeah.
man?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who hurt you, Blandrew?
She wouldn't let you eat the cat this week, Blandrew? What's going on, though?
You don't want to talk about
Huh?
What the hell is nigga? Oh.
Anyway, we gonna start out with Gran Turismo. Get this out the way. Hardhead, you're the go-to for it. You're the only one who plays it in here, I believe. So there was backlash because first there was the patch that came out and allegedly it made the grind in the game harder to unlock cars or whatever, and
yeah,
the microtransactions got worse, I think, and the game was offline for like 30 hours because of the patch, a bug in the patch or something like that knocked the game offline for 30 hours. So just needed you to keep it real. Did they actually make the game worse with the microtransactions and the grinding? Because some people are refuting it. I need you to tell us the facts.
So they didn't change the microtransactions. I don't know where that came from. I mean, it's still the same amount and stuff like that. I know there was a lot of conversation around the fact that you could buy cars in sport for regular money, and now that the same price you would pay for those cars, you would have to spend microtransaction money for like 2 million credits and shit like that. I don't really care about that because people complained when you was able to buy cars in the first goddamn place. There was articles about it too. So it don't matter how they went about that. That was going to happen. But the whole situation with the economy, period, it's a problem, and it's getting out of hand. Now, see, the problem is people within the first week, they managed to find pretty much a farm, something BG would have used if he was an avid Gran Turismo player.
Absolutely.
And this farm would net you like 3 million credits an hour. So with the prices of some of these cars and the fact that these cars are like limited time and limited stock, so only a certain amount of people can buy certain cars a day. If you wanted this car, and some of them even cost up to $18 million. That's the one that's on sale this week, a limited time car. You would pretty much have to spend like 50 hours farming credits, and it was already bad when you had to do that. But people was willing to look past that, because at least we had a way to make some decent money. Now they when the update came out, they pretty much went after every single track that people was using to farm money, every single one of them, and nerfed the rewards. And now it's pretty much impossible to afford some of the cars in the game. Now he I forgot the man's name, the director, but he issued an apology and pretty much told us to try to be patient with the content they drop, because what it seemed like they're trying to do is stagger the content release for the game and later on add events that give you reasonable amounts of money completing them. But the problem is we need something to do right now, and we don't really have that. There's events that some people can't even compete in to a good level because they don't have enough money. They don't have a way to get good money. And I get why he does it, because if you've played like any of the older games, you've always had like this little mentality to where you develop some kind of relationship with a car. I don't think that's the right word, but you pretty much spend a lot of time in a certain little set of cars, and you end up driving these cars all the time. They even have systems in the game where, if you put a certain amount of miles on a car, you gotta get an oil change and shit like that to make sure your car's still performing. Sometimes you even get a boost in horsepower from that. I think they removed that part from the game though. But yeah, that's his main reason for trying to do it. He wants you to not be trying to get all the cars in the game and spend some time, enjoying the cars that you have. At the same time, that's BS though. And like I said, it's getting out of hand. I'm personally probably going to delete the game this week. I don't feel like
really.
Yeah, I'm not about to sit here and wait for them to try to figure out what the heck they trying to do. I'll come back when they figure that out.
So are there really? I saw some people complaining about $40 cars. Is that like wild? Is that out the norm?
Yeah, ain't nobody about to spend $40 on microtransactions just to get a $4 million car.
I don't know.
Like,
I
might
don't
not-
know, bro.
I would though. Like if I was playing that game, I would do that.
I saw RGT spent something on a car or something when he first got it. A couple people actually.
$40.
I mean,
That's a lot, man.
That's a lot of money just to spend for $4 million. It just doesn't make sense to me. Some people got it like that. I ain't got it like
You're
that.
a diehard though. Like okay, for 2K. I don't play 2K, so correct me if I'm wrong. Don't like most people when they buy that game, they spend like a bunch of VC to upgrade.
Oh, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Everybody who plays 2K day one, if they want to be decent at the game without putting 100 hours in, they will spend $200 by the time they are a week into the game.
Okay, so
guaranteed.
If that's okay, then how come like people get shamed for like buying cars and stuff? Like if you're going to be putting a lot of hours into the game, don't you want the best car?
But that's the thing. At least with 2K, like if I want to, I could take the time out and grind for my own VC. Now, I'm not saying the way 2K does it is reasonable either, because it's very much not. I have like 600 hours in 22, and I've only got one max overall player, and I barely got any VC to my name right now. That's after 600 hours. But the thing is, if I put that same amount of time in the GT, I still won't have the same amount of money I would in 2K. I probably would have before that last patch. There was reasonable ways for me to get money, but at the way I'm looking, like I done already completed almost all of the content in the game. After doing all that, I opened these. Oh, because there's also like we talked about last time I was on. There's booty boxes, so you can open these little tickets, and they have ratings for the tickets. The higher the rating the ticket, the better reward's supposed to be. I opened about 30 of these tickets, ranging from 1 star to 6 star. It was only like two tickets past 3 star. After opening all of these tickets, I got maybe like $2 million total in 5 good cars out of it. So there's no legit way to see any real progress in the game at all. And like I said, I've done almost all of the content. I got all my licenses. I finished the main campaign. I'm doing the missions. I only got a few of them left, but after that, I'm probably gonna delete the game. Like, there's no way for me to be rewarded for the time I'm actually putting into the game, and that's my problem.
You accidentally bought the wrong car before the stream.
Yeah. That's another thing. I found another way to farm money, but right before I did that, I went and bought the wrong car to farm money with. So now I'm also out $1 million because you can't sell your cars to get any of your money back, even though you can sell them in every other game, even sport, to get some money. I cannot sell my cars, so I'm just $100 million. I mean, not $100 million in the tank, and there's nothing I can do about that.
That's a doozy. I'm guessing.
Games as a service, BG. You ready?
Hey.
Yeah,
This is just the beginning.
That's your future,
what I was gonna
BG.
say. That's what I was gonna say. Like, y'all gotta understand what y'all seeing with Gran Turismo right now. All y'all might be laughing now, but when PlayStation start dropping these games as a service games, it's gonna be the exact same situation. And y'all gonna wish y'all would have said something.
Hey Jack, I heard this is the lowest reviewed game on PlayStation Metacritic right now in user scores.
User reviews.
You know. Usually I would defend or try to see a light in this, but from what I'm hearing from people that play the game, I think it's justified, man. I do.
Couldn't play their game for 30 hours.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't take. I just don't take user review seriously.
No, people are upset. Well, I don't know if that's true or not either, because the people I see on Twitter that play Gran Turismo, they're saying everything is fine. I love the game. It's no issues whatsoever.
That's because at the end of the day, it's the same situation as Halo. It is a game that is sound and gameplay wise almost perfect, but everything else surrounding the game is a problem.
Yeah, because the only reason I don't take like these user reviews seriously is because that happened didn't that happen like overnight while the game was it was offline and they found out about the microtransactions. So It's like,
yeah,
okay,
and a
so,
lot of those people don't even own the game. Like the
And
subreddit is filled with people just
that's what I'm
hating
saying.
on the
Like,
game that don't have it.
it's not like it's Amazon where Metacritic verifies that you own the game. And I can understand like complaints and everything like that. But overnight, like if it had a positive user review score, and then one thing happened essentially, and now y'all putting it in the 2s and 3s. That's not a real.
They got review bomb before this too, though, because they had delisted it in Russia. I remember getting the review bomb.
That's just not like a sound, logical criticism. That's more backlash than actual like constructive criticism. That overnight
But sometimes that's like the only way to prove a point. How else can you reach out to them and get them to understand that you're angry and upset? Because sometimes these developers just don't listen, or publishers don't listen. So it's like the backlash is, okay, well, just review bomb your game.
Yeah.
It's just something that they have to deal with, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I mean, it's nice that that's there, but then there's also just the one problem that there's a disconnect sometimes between the people who actually have the game and are playing the game, and the people who just want to bash on the game.
Yeah, I'm cool with using review bombing as a tool, but most situations, like when you look at most games that are review bombed, it's never like legit. Like how many games that have been review bombed that are like, yeah, this game is definitely a 2. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't see the point. This is the thing too, though. Like, what'd you say?
Pokemon Sword has the lowest Metacritic out of any Pokemon game, but it's like the best-selling Pokemon game since Gen 2. So,
because when you review bomb a game, what they're really saying is, we want you to fix this 1 or 2 things that are really bothering us. It's never really a reflection of the whole game. That's why I said I'm okay with using it as a tool to send a message. Fix this 1 or 2 things that's bothering us. That's all.
Ain't gonna fix shit though. I mean, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. If they gave a fuck, they would have already fixed it probably. But like y'all said though, if people that's playing the game don't care, I mean, I wasn't gonna care regardless because I'm not a Gran Turismo player. But hey, if they don't care, why should we give a fuck? To be honest, let them. Hey,
the people playing the game do care about certain things. Like there are a lot of problems with Gran Turismo, but it's not the same shit that most people just blatantly speaking out about it are saying.
Okay.
You think y'all gonna get some credits for the downtime y'all had?
I think eventually there will be like reasonable ways to earn credits, but it's not gonna happen anytime soon.
Weren't they rewarding you guys for the time that the servers were off?
No,
Yeah, 30 hours, 30 whole hours.
I thought they said they gave them like 4 million or something like that, or
You give us a goddamn.
I didn't hear anything about that.
I could have swore I saw
No,
that.
there were literally. This is why on Twitter, when you see stuff on Twitter, check the check mark, right? Because somebody was making like fake Gran Turismo accounts and saying that we lost all our server information and we're gonna be and people literally, like a bunch of people retweeted it and liked it and was like commenting. I'm like, bro, before I even clicked on that, you could tell the name was fake. I'm like, how did people miss this?
So that's probably what you saw. One of them. I was like, bro, I don't think that's real.
I don't know about none of that happening. Like, if it did happen, it would have been at the very least a Reddit post proving that it happened, and it's not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey man, I hope things get better for you, GT players out there.
Hey man, I got Tiny Tina and Kirby coming this week.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, please.
I'm Rob. Hey man, I can't like good games. Blanchard, what's going on, man?
Mocha's
right about you. You know that, right?
You picking up Ghostwire?
I already got it.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Through me.
hey, I got the plug, baby. You know,
yeah, and I tried Young Souls, Jack. Yeah, that thing ain't hitting for me.
Bro,
you
got it.
That's not me.
What's your expert difficulty, man?
It's not for me, bro.
You a bitch. All right.
Maybe it's not for me. All right. Thank you, Hardhead. Gonna move on from that. Let's get right to talking about this Hogwarts Legacy state of play.
Oh, brother.
So, Hogwarts Legacy, we saw gameplay. It's coming out holiday 2022, they claim. A little strange, it still doesn't have a release date. They talked about the spells and combat, life at Hogwarts. talent and abilities, beast and potions, the open world. The trailer already has 5 million views, by the way. And of course, there was some, well, we'll get to the quote unquote backlash after. But what are y'all impressions on what we saw gameplay wise?
I just realized Smoove wasn't here. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's gonna be late. He said he's gonna be late. Yeah.
Shit is crazy. Impressions? Anyone?
Yeah. Who got thoughts?
I thought it looked really good. As you know, I'm not really a fan of Harry Potter. But like in regards to the RPG elements, the character creator is kind of shaky from what I've seen so far. But maybe it'll be a little bit more expansive when the game actually comes out. I'm talking specifically about those hairstyles, if you know what I mean. But it looked like it was good. You can use different kinds of spells and mix and match and interweave them. What else? Oh, it's like you're also going to be going to certain classes and visiting iconic locations from the book. So I feel like the game is like a Harry Potter fan's dream, because I'm sure that the reason a lot of people enjoy Harry Potter is that they became immersed in that world and were like, oh, I wish I could be a wizard too. And this is like giving people the chance to do such things. So it looks pretty good to me. Hopefully it does well and it ends up being a good game.
Yeah. I thought the game, visually looked pretty good. Some people were shitting on the graphics. I'm like, it looks pretty good, damn good to me, especially when you watch the 4K trailer. I mean, the character customization can't be worse than, recent games we played. It seems to be okay. It's not for me because one, I'm not a Harry Potter fan. And y'all know, I'm not sitting in no classroom. Everybody knows this about me. Any game where you force me to sit in a classroom or being a classroom setting, it's just not flying for me, man. I'm not doing it because I just feel, it's restrictive. I feel like it's very limiting. It's restrictive. It's boring. That's my reason why I don't like these games where you be in a classroom. Like, like people always wanted a Bully 2. I'm like, why? Bully 1 was just okay. Like people act like Bully was amazing. Yeah, I just can't do these games where if this was a game, right, where you could just customize your wizard, pick your attributes and your points like an RPG, your stats, and you had to go out in the open world like I guess as a mature wizard, I would play this day one. With I wouldn't even have to think about it. But that classroom joint, yeah, that ain't flying with me, man.
No, brother. You on this shit again, BG?
I'm
I
consistent.
don't know how to feel. BG, what you thought about Persona then?
You know he don't fuck with Persona, man.
Absolutely not.
Oh damn!
So
that's the main reason I couldn't play Persona.
I didn't watch your reaction to the state of play. I actually fell asleep, but I heard you just pretty much streamed the shit on the game, BG. Is this true? That's like some shit. That's like something you'll do, brother. That's true.
What's crazy is like, how I be like, oh, the game's trash and stuff like that, bro. I didn't say anything like that, and these Harry Potter nerds were still mad at me. Right? They were like, "Oh, you were gonna hate. You're not a Harry Potter fan. You weren't gonna like the game anyway, but you live streamed it." And I'm like, "Why are you?" I'm like, "Bro, I live stream Nintendo Directs. I don't like most of the stuff seen at Nintendo Directs, but I still live stream that because I'm a gamer. I still want to react to the gameplay." But they were still mad at me, and I did not shit on the game. I said it looked good. I literally said this game is a Harry Potter's fans' dream. This is what they've been waiting for their whole life. I said way more good things.
Let me get this straight. You got pressed by some quote unquote nerds by your description, and you folded. That what it sounded like to me.
Folded, never fold. I never. Fold.
Like you wanted to talk shit. They got in there, got on your ass. He was like, it's a dream, Harry Potter fan.
No,
yeah.
but what I was saying was, the game doesn't look bad in no capacity. No part of this game looks bad. Like, oh, that's trash. The combat, it was a little, iffy, but that's what obviously a Harry Potter combat would look like. But but I never shat on no part of the game. Said, oh, the flying kind of looks sketchy. That animation was pretty stiff. But other than that, I said, no, this game looked good. But I'm not gonna play it because I'm not doing this classroom type shit and this like just waving a wand type joint. I'm not doing
BG,
it.
it low key sound like you got
ridiculous.
It low key sound like you got some kind of PTSD from high school or something.
Bro, and people say that, bro. I loved school. Like school was good for me.
What is your obsession with games that replicate like school settings to where you can't play them? Like, what's wrong with you, bro?
It's boring. See, y'all make okay. It's like, listen, just because I don't want to play lawnmower simulator, it doesn't mean I had a traumatizing experience with a lawnmower. It's
do you
not
like
fun.
start sweating when like you watch like reruns of Hey Arnold? Do you like start sweating and like or recess?
No.
You just get upset and start punching shit? Okay, you don't.
It's literally that school games that involve you sitting in a classroom or school themed are just not fun. The same way farming simulator isn't fun, or what other
Wait,
the rest
so
of those simulators aren't fun. They're not fun.
You're farming a game, but you won't play farming simulator.
Absolutely not. Those are two different things, sir. Like I said, I'm just
I don't know, dog.
like I said, I don't have PTSD from a lawnmower, but at the same time, I'm not going to play a lawnmower simulator. So I know people are like try to dissect this and have a think piece. Why doesn't BG like school? Like, bruh, it's because it's boring. That's it.
There's something wrong with you, brother. That's all. We see it. Everybody sees it.
Some just ain't clicking.
You got some loose screws, some unscrewed. Yeah, man.
Anyway, can we get some other thoughts on this Harry Potter?
It looked all right. Like I said, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. My girl, she was geeked by it. She it's like you said, it looked like a Harry Potter fan's dream. That's at least from what I gathered.
Can you buy this for us, BG?
For us, I'm not buying this. Absolutely
Come
not.
on, man. I want to try the game out. It looks cool, man.
Nigga, you better get Game Pass or something and wait a year.
Man, this is crazy. Come on, man. Buy us the game, BG. Stop playing.
Absolutely not.
Come on, man.
Absolutely not, sir. No way.
All right. Well, I was gonna say I was possibly gonna try it, but I guess not.
Didn't BG skip Life is Strange because it's like a school game? Didn't you skip that?
Jesus Christ. BG is strange. How about that BG is strange?
I don't like Life is Strange.
Hey, BG, I got Life is Strange answer, bro.
Life is Strange is really good until the end. That ending is.
You didn't like the ending?
No, I did not like the ending.
I liked the ending on the first one.
What?
Yeah, I have very long, extensive reasons why I don't like the ending, but overall, I did enjoy the game.
Oh, are you talking about the actual ending or like the twist at the end? Or are you just talking about the?
No, I mean, I'm like the way I feel about it is that a lot of this had me just have a question mark over my head because I was like, what's the point of what Max went through? Max went through probably some of the worst experiences ever. And it's like, but why though? Like,
yeah,
what were they trying? Like, because in other stories that follow a similar theme, right? It's like the protagonist asks for certain powers or makes a wish or tries, the butterfly effect. Like I've seen the butterfly effect of Ashton Kutcher, and he kept trying to go back in time to fix things, right? But it's like Max didn't ask for those powers. They just randomly showed up, and at the end of the day, her having those powers changed nothing. I mean, like there is an option to change things, but what are you going to do? Sacrifice an entire town for one person? It just didn't make any. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the ending, but I resonated very deeply with Max. So that ending had me scratching my head pretty much.
The only thing I was nitpicking about is the fact that they never explained where the powers came from. Like I was waiting for that all game, and we just kind of never got an answer. Other than that, I mean, I like the ending though.
Hey BG, go play them. I got all them games on my PSN, dog. Go play them,
sir.
dog.
No, sir.
Go play them.
Absolutely not. Any other thoughts on Harry Pothead?
I thought it was interesting it's coming to Switch. I was not expecting that. And I thought this game was like only next gen only. Like I didn't know it was on PS4 and everything else. But
seems like a waste, though.
Like I could have sworn they announced this game when it was like just PS5 series and PC. Like, but maybe I'm just remembering wrong.
Why it look like that? Jesus.
They're about to make a lot of money.
I mean, game looks okay. Just kind of, I don't know. Something about the animations just seem kind of stiff, but like even in battle. But aside from that, it's whatever.
I have been seeing some hot takes on the timeline about this game. I don't know what the fuck y'all been watching. I've been seeing motherfuckers say this game gonna outsell Marvel, Spider-Man, just all type. Bro, what we talking about?
I wouldn't bet against that.
You think this game gonna sell over 30 million copies?
Bro, it's Harry Potter, bro.
That's
I was
cool.
gonna say, do not underestimate the
Well,
power
but
of
it's a
Harry
little fake
Potter.
outrage. It's a little fake outrage crew with this game too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, that
I
doesn't
ain't been
matter.
seeing that much though. Like I've been seeing more people excited than outrage.
Well, let me
Yeah,
ask somebody from
and
let me ask somebody from
people-
their community real quick. Blaine, Drew, how you feel about this?
Oh, you stupid.
What?
People
What do you
being
mean?
upset about a game on Twitter doesn't actually mean anything. It's like
Nothing.
people are upset about Call of Duty every year, and the Call of Duty still sells well. So it's
Big-
completely.
Everybody was mad about
ridiculous.
Cyberpunk and Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk still sold
That's
well.
true. That's
so.
true. That's true.
Because I don't think Harry Potter as an IP is bigger than Spider-Man. I mean, there's hardly anything bigger than Spider-Man. But I wouldn't be shocked if this game sold 15 to 20 million. Harry Potter has books, movies. It has literally a whole town when you go to
Universal
Disneyland?
Studios?
Oh, Universal. Yeah, I'm about to say
Yeah.
literally a whole town based on the book. When you go there, like the fans are die hard. They've been waiting for an actual, fully complete Harry Potter game forever. They've never gotten one. There's the movie tie-ins, but those aren't like great experiences. So, and it's gonna be cross-gen. Like, it's gonna be on Switch. Come on, bruh.
I don't think it's gonna sell more Spider-Man. It might do numbers though.
It'll do 15 million easily, I think.
Somebody's arguing about the 30 million I said, but you got to remember they haven't reported Spider-Man sales in over 2 years, right? And over 2 years ago, it was at 20 million, and it's charted damn near every month since then, right? I think it's safe to say that shit is.
It's not going to sell 30 million, but I'm saying 15 million. I think that's easy for a Harry Potter.
I think y'all underestimating how big Harry Potter is.
I was gonna say that. Do you remember what the theaters used to look like when a Harry Potter movie came out? Like, bro,
it's packed. Yep.
People showed up and everybody was in cosplay. Like, I don't think y'all remember.
Dorks.
I know it smells crazy.
So, we know about the controversy because of things J.K. Rowling has said, and I never knew the actual comments. I generally knew what she said. I actually have them in front of me now. I can read some of them and why people
read that heat, BG.
No hate speech. No hate speech.
Why some people were upset. And listen, I don't really see what's so bad about what she said, but let me read some of it.
We don't need your opinion.
You definitely need a little bit of.
You're right. I'm what they call what do they call me? A cisgendered male or something?
I just call you a sissy. But what'd you say?
Self-identifying cis male, sir.
Yeah, those are what they claim my pronouns are, so I wouldn't understand the situation. My opinion is irrelevant.
Your pronouns are different from the cis stuff, dude. So, like, it's like he, him, or whatever, and then do you not use he, him when people are talking about you? It's like, BG, he is doing a show today on his channel. I
just don't know the difference between the cis part and the he, him.
Yeah.
I didn't know those were pronouns. I didn't know the difference.
The cis part get on my nerves.
The cisgender stuff is just you identify as your biological sex, whatever.
So a male.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
so is it like hard to say? Oh, he identifies male or female?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Well, listen. I listen. All I know is the very basic stuff. So
Yeah, I'm on my business. I stay in my lane. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm just gonna read some of J.K. Rowling's tweets. Some of these are like from 2 years ago. So she said, people who menstruate. I'm sure there's a word. There used to be a word for those. Someone help me out. I think it's woman. People were upset at that. She's essentially saying, y'all, because people have, I guess, sex changes that women become men and they still have their cycle and stuff like that. So the article was trying to include those people, but J.K. Rowling was saying, listen, you're calling these people who menstruate, just call them women. That's essentially what she was saying. The other thing she said is, if sex isn't real, there's no same sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the live reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth. Yeah, There's a
Wait,
bunch
that's
of
what they
other
want to
stuff.
cancel.
Yeah,
That's
let me read one more.
what?
Let me read more. She said, I respect every trans person's right to live any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. I'd march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being a female. I do not believe it's hateful to say so. These are the literal tweets. I read them verbatim. Those are it.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy
She-
2 copies of the game.
She sounds she sounds more like a feminist than somebody who's transphobic to me. Once again, I don't know nothing.
I think the issue that's not transphobia at all, and I can't stand the term phobia because it's like it insinuates that somebody's scared.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the issue that people I think have with it is like how it has to like in order to incorporate I guess transgender, you have to like eliminate or alter like the norm, and I think that's really the problem with how things have to change to accommodate it. It just can't be like, all right, this is that, this is this. Why does this have to change in order to accommodate? And the fact that people have issues like she has to get canceled because of saying that, I don't think there was anything derogatory or disrespectful in that case. It's like you know what, it's either my way or the highway. Like that's what I'm getting from it. So if that's the case, then yeah, I don't understand. Like, but yeah, I'm gonna buy this game on all platforms.
Big facts.
All platform.
Just
All
because of that?
platforms. Just because of it.
I don't think that's
Like,
the right.
I hate cancel culture. Cancel culture is fucking. It's annoying. It's
It's
annoying.
fucking 5 years because of Game Pass.
Wait,
Wow,
you
nice.
can't cancel someone who's already reached a level of success where it's like
She's a
there's-
billionaire.
there's
She's
no-
not canceled.
it's the same thing. Like, in my opinion, because there were people like Jim Sterling of the Jimquisition saying things like, or okay, perhaps they weren't exactly saying it like this. People in Jim Sterling's comment sections to Jim Sterling's tweet were just like, if you buy this game, just say that you hate trans people, just say that you're transphobic, all this extra stuff. And it's like trying to associate the two over something as benign as purchasing a video game that isn't directly associated with J.K. Rowling because she's not working with the team is really silly to me. It's like, at the end of the day, she's already won. She's rich. She's a rich bitch, man. Like, there is nothing any of us can do about it. All you can really do is just ignore her tweets, block her on Twitter, and keep it moving, in my opinion. But it's like people want to be angry at you and get on you if you decide you want to buy this game. It's like, you're not transphobic if you buy Harry Potter RPG. It's very
You
silly.
just like
in
Harry
my
Potter.
opinion.
That's all.
Yeah.
Isn't that person you just referenced on Twitter? Isn't that person a woman now as well?
Who?
I don't know. I really don't know, dude.
Weren't you Jim Sterling's like #1 fan, Jack Move? I remember like every Saturday morning you were retweeting
What's
his
crazy? I
content.
used to watch the Jimquisition, and then I went back. The nigga name was Gemma or some shit. I don't know what the fuck happened. And then I was watching Easy
No way,
Ally.
for real? I didn't know
Yeah.
that happened.
Jim Sterling is now. Well, I don't want to be disrespectful. That person is now identifies as a woman. Somebody on Easy Allies, they was a dude at first,
Yep.
and I went back and they had a. I said, "Wait, yo."
Yeah, I
I
unsubbed
know.
from the Jimquisition a couple years ago because of something. I don't remember why, but like something had changed in their content that had me just like, I don't know if I support this anymore. So
I went back. That nigga was kind of bad. I said, "Hold on, that's kind of sexy. Hold on, what's going on?"
I haven't heard from him I haven't heard that name, Jimquisition, in a long time. I wonder, So
Yeah, he came back
funny.
like just randomly one week and he was wearing a dress. He had like lipstick on and a wig. I was like, whoa, what's going on with Jack's favorite
Maybe
YouTuber
he
here?
needed some time to gain the courage to or maybe they needed some time.
Shout out to that
gain the courage
person,
come out.
man. Shout out to them.
And I think people need to, because there's journalists, doing this grandstanding and this virtue signaling, bringing up J.K. Rowling in relation to this, Hogwarts Legacy, and talking about like charities you can support, and just bring
when they work
people
when they work for Tencent, but or
Yeah.
the company they're under is under Tencent. It's just ridiculous in my opinion. Like, the thing of it is at the end of the day, if you want to take some kind of moral standpoint, that is perfectly okay on your end. If you decide for yourself, like, for my own self health and mentality, I will just not purchase this game. But like, trying to attribute it to other people from the comfort of your home when you're tweeting from your phone that was not made in the United States, wearing clothes that were not made in the United States, complaining about stuff, I think it's silly. And it's like at the end
Chinese
of the day,
slave labor at
like
that.
what have you done to help the people that you are championing for? Like what organizations have you donated to? What marches have you gone to? What have you done exactly? If you've gotten to this point where you're going to call people transphobic because they don't support things exactly the way that you want them to support it, or they do things that are like, honestly, these people, they eat their own. It's like someone could be in support of them, but as soon as they do something that isn't exactly like how they want it to be, they'll turn on you and they'll call you all sorts of name. I was called a sexist incel the other day.
What?
Someone said that I was let's see here, what's the word? Me making a joke about Amaranth showing up on G4 TV was the same as
naked.
me dismissing women being sexually harassed and abused. And I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like at the end of the day, logic does not apply. They all run based off emotion. They don't think about anything. They just get upset and then start calling people names. It's if I did the thing, I could just be like, well, you're sexist or you're racist or any of that stuff, I just think it's silly. At the end of the day, if you don't want to buy the game because you're not comfortable doing so, or it's like you want to show a show of support based off what some people in the LGBTQ community are saying, then that's definitely a prerogative. But like, stop with the virtue signaling, because at the end of the day, if you look into someone's past enough, you'll see some pretty sketchy stuff.
Yeah, that's why I make it clear that I'm an all-around dirtbag. Don't get it twisted.
I'm definitely tweeting BG transphobic film by this game. I gotta put that out there.
Because
real quick, I'm surprised out of all the people that somebody would say that to is Luca. Like, Luca stood up for everybody. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and that's the most, real quick, BG, but like that's the most annoying aspect of it, is that like people will call me all sorts of names, right? When it's like I have, for the past however long I've been here, have been someone who has been an advocate for literally every single cause, because I belong to a majority of them, and also because I have a general sense of empathy for people and their struggle, and it's just the concept of someone disparaging me or claiming that I'm racist or sexist or homophobic or transphobic just because I automatically don't agree with something that's being said is ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think I don't know if people realize, but the demographic that are into Harry Potter, not saying there's not younger ones, but it's definitely like people 30 plus that are like the diehard fans. And I don't think the 30 plus like community who are like Harry Potter diehard fans really, not to say that they don't care about like trans people, not like they don't, but like they care about Harry Potter, and their views and morals tend to align, quite differently. If you get what I'm saying, right?
Well, like, what's the next topic? You're gonna get yourself in trouble, bro.
No, I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm saying, like, listen, Gen Z, look, like Gen Z, like the generation under us, they are extremely like way more empathetic, and like, they feel more for the the alphabet mafia. I don't mean anything bad when I say that, but they feel more for the alphabet mafia than like the older generations do, because they kind of, grew up in that. So all I'm saying is, like, this is not going to affect Hogwarts Legacy sales whatsoever, because the demographic that are buying it is not going to care that much. Doesn't mean they're against that community. Just like, listen, I'm still going to buy this game. And that's what it is.
I see what you're talking about. Basically, you're alluding to the fact that the generation that liked Harry Potter was the generation before us that kind of wasn't like as, like you said, empathetic. So, because like I kind of agree with what Lucas says, because you can play the game without like being like transphobic. I feel like, but people are gonna try to cancel you if you support it.
Can't cancel 15 million people. So
yeah. Man,
so your BG, what you're trying to say, the generation after us is just a bunch of softies, right?
I'm saying the generation after us is, I wouldn't call them soft. They're just
soft,
a little,
bro. They soft.
They're
soft.
just they just, I think their mentality is just very odd, right?
They grew up on the internet. That's what the issue is, and it's like they're not mature enough to understand the concept that people with different viewpoints can coexist, right?
Yeah,
because they grew up on the internet, and as they were growing up on the internet as teenagers, all they see is extremists making these very extreme points, saying that you're all of these things if you don't support this cause exactly like this. They took that mentality, warped it around their head, and continue to push it, and without just thinking like, hey, maybe this isn't the best idea. Like my sister is, no offense to her, but she is very much of that mentality that it's either exactly like this or everything else is an issue.
Yeah, you can't be like, you can't even saying like, look, here's my viewpoint on like trans and all that stuff. Listen, I don't believe you can change that.
Here we go.
That's no disrespect to you. That's just my belief. I don't believe that can change. I believe what you're born as is what you are, and there's no change you can do to that. That don't mean I hate you or I want you to die or
my guy
I'm
right
not,
there.
or I'm not gonna call you whatever the name you want to be called. Listen, if you was Liam before and you want to be Lisa now, what's good, Lisa? How you doing? But
that's pretty much where I'm at, though.
But I still believe you are what you were born as. You're not gonna convince me that you're not gonna convince me you're a woman now.
You're seeing it in like even sport competitions right now, how the people that were born men are dominating the women right now.
Now, see, that's a whole
as they should.
It's not really a whole nother conversation, but that's what it leads to. It's like if you have to accept this, you have to accept that, and then you have to get rid of this gray area. Kind of just goes out the window. I'm telling you right now, I'm about to try. I've been broke for a hot minute. I'm about to try out for the WNBA, bro. For real, bro.
All right, Smoove, they still gonna be busting your ass. You gotta try.
I don't care. As long as I'm good enough to get a spot on the bench, bro.
But my point is,
on the bench, I'll be.
You gotta go to like the retarded Olympics for women, bro.
But my point is, like, what I believe, I don't feel like that's offensive, but I would absolutely be called transphobic for that, for having my own belief that you can't change your sex or your gender, whatever you want to consider it. Like, I believe you can't do that. That's considered transphobic, and to me, that's insane. So,
okay, so I'm trying to word things in a way where it won't get misconstrued. But however, see what you just said, BG, I feel like there's nothing wrong with being empathetic. I also think that that like what you said is kind of like the issue there, because they're not, why should they have to convince you? You know what I'm saying? I feel like they don't want to live their life feeling like they have to convince everybody to accept, who they are. Because as long as they're not bothering anybody, I mean, I don't see the harm. Like, I don't see why people go out their way to be like, oh, well, I don't agree, or to me, you're always gonna, because what's the point? And I feel like that's when people start to be like, oh, you're transphobic, because not saying that you hate them, but you're showing how you are against, and just going out of your way to basically just show that you are against what they stand for.
But here's the problem, right? They don't have to convince me of anything, but you can't force me to believe, and that's what they try to do now. They try to make you believe, and try to essentially, that's a woman. That's a woman. That's what they try to force you to refer to them as and believe them as, is that's a woman. And that trans woman is the same thing as a woman. There's no difference. I'm like, there's no way you're gonna get me to abide by that, because it's not like people. I remember, who was it? Was it Genuine? Genuine was on a show, and I think this trans woman tried to kiss him, and he's obviously not into trans women, and I remember people got mad at him for that, because because he wasn't treating a trans woman the same as an actual woman, and that's insane.
At the same time, you shouldn't just be randomly kissing up on somebody. That's
exactly,
whether you're a woman or a man. That's consent is still a thing.
Isn't he also married?
Might be. I don't know.
The thing of it is, you cannot change your biological sex, but according to sociology, gender identity is more fluid. So that's why people identify with whatever they identify with. So I'm of the belief, like, you know, if like there's a reason the word trans is in front of woman. You know what I mean? So, you know, as for the other stuff, I personally, based off, like, if you are someone who went through puberty as a man and and then you decide to transition later in your life, and then it's like that concept of competing in sports when your body is just more physically capable than a woman's body is. I don't think that's fair, but you know, are the people who are in support and say stuff like trans women are women, are they going to come out and state that when it's not fair to them? I don't know. But I just think that the experience of being a trans person is different from the experience of being a cis person, and trying to erase the two or equate the two, I think that's silly. But like gender identity does exist. Trans people and what it means to be trans, that definitely exists. It's just what you're referring to ultimately, BG, is you cannot change your biological sex. Like if, take for instance, if I was trans and I transitioned into a male, if someone were to examine my remains 100 years from now, they'd be like, looking at me, they'd be like, oh, this is a woman. And it wouldn't matter that I lived my life as a man. Does that make sense? So
and I just don't like the blurring of the lines and the erasing. That's my thing. You can't erase, you know, people, you know, what people are and stuff like that. Live your life, but don't try to, like what J.K. Rowling is, to me, she's just standing up for her, you know, how her experience as a woman, and that shouldn't be blurred and kind of like, you know, just folded into like a trans woman's experience essentially, because it's different. It's the same way that like a trans woman's struggle, you shouldn't assume that's the same thing as a woman's struggle, you know? So, you know, like I just
trans women of color suffer in disproportionate amount of violence, and to try to like just erase the concept of what it means to be trans, I just personally, I'm not someone who's a fan of that, considering the struggles that trans women of color, specifically Black trans women or Latina trans women, still experience to this day.
Yeah. So
y'all buying Harry Potter?
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm not buying it. No, I'm not buying it.
I'm
buying it because my girl a big Harry Potter fan. That's
I'll pirate it.
This was a very deep conversation for y'all niggas. Say y'all not gonna buy the game.
I mean, I'm buying it because I think the game looks good.
But when does
you
it come
said
out?
all platforms, Smoove. Come on, dog.
Yeah, I said I'll buy it on all platforms.
Did it get a release date or no?
Holiday.
No, it didn't.
No.
Just holiday 2022.
As long as it come out and kill Starfield on the route.
That ain't gonna happen.
Bro. Yeah, ain't nothing killing Starfield this holiday.
Starfield, a train to keep on going, baby. Watch your mouth.
Oh, brother, this
Smoove, talk to him. Talk to him.
So much Starfield cap this week.
Still ain't even see the screenshot from this fucking game.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Well, no, we technically did. We did see a screenshot.
So that was a good discussion, though. Nice, intelligent, nuanced discussion, right, Jack?
Sophisticated.
Very sophisticated and adult and mature.
I enjoyed it thoroughly, BG.
I like it. I like it.
Y'all words carefully. I just don't like offending people. I know I'm gonna get hate for that, but I just don't like. I don't like just offending people. So
I don't think nobody here was trying to offend nobody.
And like the most unfortunate aspect of that, Mocha, is like you, out of all of us, had the most benign statement, and there's still probably going to be someone listening to what you said and completely misinterpreting it and turning you into a villain when that is not the case. You know, like I know that you're supportive, and it's just unfortunate. I'm at this point where it's like I'm not arguing with a bunch of brainlets who can't comprehend that I can be in support of something and still have a certain take on other things, you know?
That's why I call them the Alphabet Mafia. And I don't think Weapon Wheel can be canceled. We're not, listen, I'm okay with saying it. We're not big enough to be canceled.
Nigga, I had 10 people in my live stream earlier. Well, who canceled me?
Exactly. We're not big. It's like,
I've been canceled again. I'm trying to get renewed at this motherfucker. This shit is crazy.
We're known, right? We're known enough, but we're not big enough to be canceled. So it's like, you know, in our audience, they're like, whatever, bro.
Yeah, so. People already hate us for the most part. So, you know, I mean, at this point, it's just like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Myself, nigga, this shit's crazy.
He
Absolutely.
hate each of y'all for different reasons. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of nice though. It has its perks.
Yeah.
That's why you've been acting like that recently. Okay, it's making sense now. You feel like you comfortable. That's what's going
Yeah.
on.
Leaned
Okay,
into the hate.
I like that.
Okay. All right. See, Starfield. So Starfield had it wasn't even a trailer. It was a developer roundtable circle jerk with Todd Howard and a bunch of other these lead developers talking about Starfield with some concept art cinematic scenes of Starfield. You know, they talk for like 5 minutes generally about the game. Still no gameplay, and you know, you had people, you know, okay, they're gonna show it in summer. All right, fine. You know, Bethesda doesn't, you know, that's how people tell me that's how they do things. You know, you're gonna see it in summer around what would be E3 time. That's fine and dandy. But my problem is two things. One, people on Twitter are idiots and they don't know what gameplay is. We saw 2.9 seconds of a mech moving that wasn't an in-game, that wasn't from in-game, and people were literally calling that gameplay. So people are idiots. That still hasn't changed. And yeah, the fact that they, you know, I don't care what their policy is really. 8 months out and still no gameplay. That's still and will always be a problem for me, no matter what the game is.
Okay, and that is, you are fine to have that perspective. That is your prerogative. I personally am not concerned about the game because of what they typically do and what they did with Fallout 4. If anything, the concern should stem from what happened with Fallout 76. But you know, that wasn't directly Bethesda, so there's also that argument to be made. I'm not concerned. I'm not excited or hyped for the game either, because I haven't really seen anything to be feeling that way personally, even as a fan of Bethesda titles. But I'm also not like doing some fake concern and, oh, well, like, I don't care. You know, I'm gonna wait and see, because I know how Bethesda likes to do and show off their games. So
yeah, I would check in. I agree with Luca, but a lot of the people online, you know, for some reason wants to act like they expected Bethesda to drop a gameplay reveal on a random freaking Wednesday off their newest, of their brand new IP. They just expected that. I don't understand why or how, but people just assume that that's just what needed to happen. And I still don't understand how it became Hogwarts Legacy versus Starfield. Literally, one was a developer update, which they've been doing over the past couple months now, but people just finally decided to pay attention to it. So they had a couple of these type of videos where they just go over what they've done so far, what we can expect for the game, and they just keep showing concept arts and stuff like that. And I don't understand how people turned that into a problem.
Well, that stole its thunder Twitter now. That's a whole thing sweeping, you know, it's a mental illness going throughout the community. A lot of people we know, you know, personally started that, you know, oh, it stole its thunder, morons.
Mental illness, show.
You know, it's the, you know, and now, so you have a bunch of people using any old multi-plat, any old game to claim that this game is going to overshadow and steal this other game's thunder. Yeah, it's mental illness. Anybody who says like as if 2 games or even 3 games that come out generally around the same time frame or month can't all succeed.
Hey BG, have you noticed it seems like it's always a PlayStation game they try to do that with though. What's going on with that, bro? They always try to overshadow their quality.
Hey man, it's idiotic. They're all morons who do it. Like it's not a situation, for example, where EA, you know, killed Titanfall 2 because they released it between Battlefield, their own game, and Call of Duty. These, you know, like these are all big games and they all do very well on their own, you know. So this overshadowed nonsense, like
can we blame Game Pass for this? I feel like this is a reason we can blame Game Pass for something. I don't know. I just feel like
Game Pass.
I blame certain people. I blame certain people.
Because, you know, every time somebody come out the Game Pass, it's, oh, you know, this is going to overshadow. You know, they doing it with Tunic right now. You know, they get them little media.
Well, so the reason why Tunic is getting hyped because people say Xbox ain't got no games till November. I think our host said that shit.
Tunic?
I mean, Tunic's a multiplayer, ain't it?
It's also
Yeah,
boring.
between
but-
Xbox and
Getting y'all
PC.
going like that though, Smoove. That's really what you.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. They, I mean,
You are
our
saying- you're
boss
saying
said
something right now,
Xbox
Frank.
ain't got
You're
no
saying
games
something
until
right now.
November. People want to keep playing. I'll be gone to November. I'll be gone to November, thinking they all funny and shit. But it
But-
just
Why Clip John? What was that?
Jack,
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
you playing Tunic on PlayStation though?
No,
No,
it's not on
it ain't no
PlayStation.
PlayStation. It ain't on PlayStation.
No, it's
Oh, I thought
PC
it
and
was. My
Xbox.
fault.
Is it? Is it?
PC
Is
and
it?
Oh, then, yeah, I guess
exclusive, or is it
Xbox got
timed?
some games. Then.
Is it timed?
They were talking about Tunic and Shredders, but since Shredders came out and it allegedly sucks, then they
I
never
think Shredders
mentioned
is
Shredders.
actually pretty decent.
know,
though. I think
allegedly,
it's pretty
that
decent.
game-
I'm playing that game. I think
Yeah.
Shredders is pretty decent.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the game bad. All right.
Well, Smoove
No,
said it
no.
would get like an 80 or something, and then it got like a 60. But that's Smoove's
I
curse.
did say that shit too. Well,
That's the Smoove curse. It happens.
that's because
The
the
whole
Viper's
Hogwarts-
review was like the first one available. So I figured the game would be at like a 79 or 78, between 78 and 80. But yeah.
But-
I mean,
Oh,
66
Hogwarts,
ain't bad. 66 ain't bad.
Oh, what? Okay.
I mean, dude, a
Talking
lot
about for a
dude,
video game, right?
I played a lot of 60 rated games that were a lot better
We
than
know,
some of these
we know,
games that
we know.
get 80s.
You ain't gotta tell us. We know. But
66 ain't bad for who?
I'm just saying it's not bad. I think
Nigga,
that
if I was a dev and I saw 66, nigga, I'm putting a hole in my head. No cap.
But back to Starfield. Shit, what was I gonna say about Starfield? Oh yeah, my thing is like, listen, I'm completely fine with you. It's if you're not gonna show gameplay, don't show me everything else. That's my problem, bro. Like, shut up. I like when devs go, radio silent. We're gonna work on this game. You ain't gonna hear from us.
I don't like that
Cool.
shit.
I know.
You mean like Naughty Dog?
I prefer that than you make a video with your other lead developers at the studio talking about how great your game is going to be. What? You mean to tell me that all you think this game is going to be fantastic? What? For real? I would have never thought that people creating their game are going to think it's good.
I'm trying to remember from the video where they said we think this game is going to be the most amazing thing in the world.
They didn't say that specifically, but they're talking about all the good things about the game. But my thing is,
so they shouldn't talk about the positive elements of the game that.
Oh,
they're
Luca,
working on.
get this nigga. Get this
it
nigga.
it doesn't do any. What they said in that video doesn't do anything for me as a gamer, as far as like the information I need to make an intelligent and informed decision. It doesn't do anything.
Do we have
I-
a real Bethesda fan in the house?
I mean, that's me.
We know
so.
it's not
Actually, all right,
Smooth.
cool. Because I'm about to say, because I feel like those documentaries are really meant for like the Bethesda fans who wouldn't know what to expect from their games. Those who be in the forums, in the comments, of like, hey, I don't like about what they did this in like Fallout, or they did this in Skyrim. I wonder how they're going to implement this in Starfield. I think that's what those are. They're giving those fans those confirmations, and that's where it stems from. I don't think this is like, hey, we're trying to hype everybody in the world up with this update. You ain't newsflash, BG. Next month, you ain't gonna be hyped about that update either.
And the thing of it is, like, Tom Howard has had much more blatant lies. So Todd Howard, that is, my bad, has had much more blatant lies. I'm sure if you guys have seen that "Tell Me Lies, Tell Me Sweet Little Lies" video, so very funny. So I just like, as someone who's a fan of these games, when I listen to them talking, I'm just kind of like, okay, so this is going to be Skyrim in space. What does that tell me? It's going to be an expansive open world game where you can basically do whatever you want. When they talk about, okay, these are the companions we're going to have. Okay, we're going to have a more in-depth conversation with the companions. It's going to feel more realistic in comparison to some of their older games, and I think about that. I think about the companions from Fallout 4. I think about the companions from Skyrim especially, and I'm just like, okay, I can see the evolution from like Elder Scrolls to Fallout in that respect, right? Fallout 4, even though I enjoyed the companions in Fallout 4 and they did end up having interesting characters and character dynamics, I thought the main campaign was, the main storyline that is, was a bit meh, So it's just like, then they talk about, okay, these are the factions that we're going to have. And it's like, you don't have to fully commit to one faction. You could be a snitch, essentially. Things like that. I'm like, okay, well, that's interesting. I wonder how that dynamic would work with how they typically approach having factions in games, because this is not the first time they've had factions in their games. You know what I mean? So it's like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, interesting information, cool, great, that's it for me, and I just move on. I'm not one of those people who's hyping the game up. I'm not gonna hype it up. Like, we've seen nothing. We've seen absolutely fucking nothing. Anyone trying to say otherwise, I mean, that is your prerogative, but we have seen nothing. And you can be a fan of Bethesda and acknowledge that we've seen basically nothing, you know? But at the same time, all the people with the doom and gloom and all that extra stuff, I just think it's not warranted. The only thing you should really be concerned about is whether or not the game is going to launch and be broken like the other titles they've released. So
I'm just, talk is cheap. I don't want to hear you talk. I just want to see gameplay. And I'm going to be stuck like that. That ain't going to change. And, I'm just going to be that guy to try to step on necks and, criticize everybody for not showing, gameplay. And that's how it's going to be for me. I think it's not a rewarding job. People don't thank me for it, but I think somebody in the community got to do it. And that's going to be me. I'm going to take all the hits and be on the front lines. That's me.
What exactly are you getting accomplished with this, sir, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm reminding the community that gameplay comes first. That is the most important thing. All this talk is cheap. All this talk means nothing. It doesn't do anything. Okay, let me say it doesn't do anything for me. Because they say, well, PG, I learned this. And all right, cool. Listen, gameplay. I always just gameplay. That's what I want to see. I don't want to hear you talk. I don't want to hear you tell me about the game. Let me see it.
And that's completely fair, BG. I can agree with that perspective. So I get what you're saying as well. So
yeah. So
well, I see it at the same time though, like I don't see why we stressing any of this at all. The game's launching on Game Pass at the end of the day.
Best deal in gaming,
The best deal in gaming that the paid actors remind us every week.
Like at the end of the day, they don't care about the review scores. They don't care how many of y'all actually spend your hard-earned money on it. They getting their money back because it's on Game Pass. They gonna be straight.
Love to hear it.
I just got Game Pass.
They don't have to show a goddamn thing.
What's good on Game Pass, man? I just got Game Pass for PC, man. I need to find something to play.
I don't think the game coming out this year either, but that's another story,
Damn, do you have anything positive to say about this guy? Damn, what's going on?
I don't think it's coming out this year either.
I'll have something positive to say
maybe when they show gameplay. That's why people call you a pony, man. It's just
listen, they can call me whatever they want. I said
with this guy.
I stayed consistent when listen, they called me a hater when that PlayStation show was on and they didn't show no gameplay. Everything was a CGI trailer. And I gave it a 3 out of 10. They're like, oh, PG's he doesn't like anything. So I'm a pony, but at the same time, I don't like anything. It's like, all right, man, I can't win, bro. Call me whatever you like.
Got Game Pass. You try Young Souls yet? And
Platinum did, dog.
He got the Platinum like 2 days ago.
Yes, sir. I got my ear to the streets movie. I'm playing the fire now. Come on now.
All right.
What's some low key joints on there? I don't even know.
Honestly, I literally been only game I've been playing is Elden Ring. Like I said,
what's that bullshit game you was playing where you was the cloud crying on people making it rain?
Damn! I forgot. It's called something, but yeah, that's on Game Pass. I think it is.
What about that bullshit where you was an exterminator killing ants? What was that one?
Kill It With Fire.
Okay, there you go.
Kill It With Fire. That's on Game Pass.
I might need to play those. There you go.
Yeah.
The next big game coming out on Game Pass is Weird West. That's at the end of the month.
Oh my God, Weird West is that. Oh no, they can't come out at the end of the month.
Yeah, March 30th.
Yeah.
Is that the one where the dude was shooting the third person joint? I'm thinking about something else. Let me see.
No, I know what you're talking about. There's 2 types of West games. They have like a
Wild West and Weird West.
Yeah, Wild West is the third. It looked like Gears of War, right, or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking about. This weird. Oh, this is Devolver Digital. Let me look at this. It's like a strategy game, right?
You got your PC to work?
Which one?
You said you opened a brand new PC and it was blue screen.
I got 3 computers now, man. It's just crazy.
So Jack,
with the older one.
Please just get a desktop, bro. Like
3 PCs and no rig.
Can I explain myself? Can I explain?
No, because
I'm gonna explain.
No, Jack, listen, I've been listening to you for years complain about these damn gaming laptops. Get a fucking desktop, bro. Like, come
All
on.
his excuses are bullshit.
My
I don't
computer
hear
that
them
broke the
all.
other day is not a gaming computer. That was a casual
brother.
computer, right?
Y'all keep forgetting Jack is cheap.
That's your
That's
porn
what
computer,
happened.
ain't it?
This what happened. This is what happened. The computer came. It was fucked up. The RAM was corrupted. How was I to know? I can't do nothing about that.
But you admit the reason that you don't have a desktop is because you're cheap, right?
Lady, I just dropped $1,700 on a brand new
that
laptop.
can't be it. That can't be it because he can get a desktop for the same price he buy these laptops for.
I just dropped $1,700 on a brand new laptop, and it was $300 off sale price. That's a $2,000 computer we talking about, okay?
My bad. Why you yelling?
I'm sorry, but look, listen. I've only had 3 gaming laptops, right? The old Jiggy Top, it's been going strong for 4 years, still going, right? I just got the new Jiggy Top. We're gonna see how long that lasts. And yeah,
can you explain to me why you don't want to get a desktop? Like, what is the mentality there? I'm very curious.
Do you like sitting at a desk, Luca?
Do I like sitting at a desk?
I mean, it ain't bad.
You know, it could be worse, but it's not really that big of a deal. You can you can also connect your HDMI to your television. Well, it depends on.
But then I need another monitor. Then I need another display.
Wait a minute. Where did you play the game at? Like you could.
I do everything from my bed. This is the Jiggy Merch Studios. Okay, I put my computer on my bed.
Jiggy
I look at
Station.
my TV. I play my game. Okay,
Okay,
I
first
can
of
do
all,
everything
but,
from my
okay,
bed.
that-
It's like I'm
wait,
paraplegic at this month. What's up?
That makes no sense because whether you're at a desk or playing from your bed, you're still gonna be in one spot the whole time.
You
if
don't make no sense. Listen what I'm telling you.
No, wait, and if anything, you're gonna be more comfortable at a desk in a comfortable chair than sitting on your bed with your back unsupported.
Okay, now
she's right, bro. She's 100% right.
Yeah, look, I think I got scoliosis from my back being fucked up. But listen, I give you that point. But I'd rather just sit on my bed. Okay.
Do you have a? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do I have?
Well, I was like, I mean, it is ultimately depending on what kind of chair you get. Ultimately, more comfortable to sit in a chair while doing your work because it's like what we were saying. You're messing up your back. That's gonna be like long-term effects.
Well, I'm not getting no
when you
job.
get
No way.
older,
But look,
bro.
I'm lazy too, though. So it's like
I understand. I understand
wake up
that
out
you're
of
lazy.
bed.
Wait, hold on. I understand that you're lazy, but there is what
Hold on, why
there
you
is
gotta
laziness.
emphasize that? What the hell,
There is
Corey?
hold on. There is laziness and there's this. You're telling me you can't buy yourself a nice little office chair, a nice little desk.
I got an office chair and desk in my room already.
Okay, you already got that. So yeah, all you need to get is a monitor and then and then the desktop in your
Exactly.
All you need to do is get a
I don't
and a monitor 4K.
There are avenues where you can buy you could do a pre-built PC. You could there's payment plans I've seen on the websites.
Luca, don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you. He's fleecing these weapon wheel and these press start checks. Okay, so he got it.
Not only that, but don't you love to eat while you game? Don't you want a desk? You eat like 90% of the time while you're playing the game. Don't you want a desk to put your food on?
I got a nightstand right here. What do you mean?
Jack, is it a space problem? Like, do you have enough space to like put that stuff, or is that?
You already
part of
said
it?
he has a
Gaming
desk,
computer,
man.
but, you know, listen, bro.
You can put a PS5 in your room. You got enough room for a desktop. Stop.
I gave up. I've been gave up on trying to get Jack to do this now.
I just feel like and then it's a petty thing, right? All these, get a desktop PC rig. You know, I got better streams than these guys are saying this. I could probably play games at better fidelity. You know, it is what it is. I get more viewers. It is what it is. A lot of these niggas out there struggling, okay? So, yeah.
You don't want to be a terrorist?
How did desktop treat you, nigga? Yeah, how did desktop treat you? Yeah.
You got dudes out here buying 3090s and they can't even get 5 people in their stuff, dog.
It ain't about the views. It's about you being.
It is about the viewers.
Keep your back up. You are fucking your back up, Jack.
Yeah,
I got my back against the wall right now.
That's not going to be very good for Mrs. Jack move later on in life.
I ain't getting married. Who's trying to marry me?
Really
What you mean?
Who's trying to marry me?
Hey, but for real though, Jack, you none of your excuses are hitting because you could even get one of them keyboards that got the little mouse pad on it. If you feel like sitting in your bed,
like a whole bunch of extra work. What y'all saying though? That's what I'm saying.
Your work
Hey.
is
No, it's not.
anything.
It's a wireless keyboard with a mouse pad.
I'm gonna invest in a good chiropractor. I got one around the corner. I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna let him crack my shit.
Okay,
That nigga probably a crackhead.
Let me make
That's
sure
cool.
Let me make sure I get this straight. You're willing to leave your house take your ass over to your chiropractor to fix your fucked up back instead of just getting a comfortable gaming chair and a PC.
So I can lay in bed all day.
So
and
that's
stream
right
from my
next.
bed.
So that's
Absolutely.
right next to your bed, and it's just
Absolutely.
right there.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, as long as we're clear, I guess that's fine.
Jack chiropractor is the same nigga that shine shoes down the block. Okay.
Don't play with my ass when I turn around, nigga. We good.
Oh, hey,
Crack my spine, nigga. That's all you gotta do. Crack my spine, nigga.
Oh my
So you
god.
be like sitting Indian style or crisscross applesauce?
What? See, this is the See, this is another thing. Y'all gotta stop making up all these. Oh, y'all know Jack streams laying on his belly with his laptop on his ass. Like who the fuck game like that? Y'all just be making up these weird ass positions for me to be in. Crisscross. You know what's crazy? I am sitting with my legs crossed right now. And listen, Mocha, this is not normal for me. Okay, I'm doing a podcast right now. You're doing too much.
Okay.
Hey, also you BSing, Jack. We seen your what that was like 3 streams ago. You stuck that leg high up in the air, dog. You ain't got
Why
no
are
back
you
issue.
doing that like once a week now? What's
That
going
was
on?
very
with
impressive. I was impressed by your.
This is going back to the. I care about the viewers. They said, Jack, can you put your leg up? I said, sure, buddy. Why not? I'm trying to cash shout out this motherfucker. Okay, I'm not getting no younger, man. I need.
You a big flexible nigga. I know you BSing us right now. That's
You like that, right?
Oh yeah.
Y'all
Yes,
some freaks. Where is this going?
Yes, sir.
Where is this going? All right, so I guess I'll stop bullying people, about Starfield for now.
I appreciate seeing you going back and forth and having pointless arguments with people on social media.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
I'm sure others feel the same way about my pointless back and forths as well. So I think it's funny. I'm like, damn, they really on this Ninja BG again.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Luca, do you like cornbred?
I do like cornbread.
You sound like the nigga from
And
Life.
grits?
Yes.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
Alright, nigga.
Yeah, where are you from? Why are you saying
Where
it like
you from?
that?
Where you from, Luca?
Where am I from? I live in Illinois.
Oh well, niggas, listen.
You
Okay.
you ain't gonna claim Chicago, huh? That's crazy.
Here we go. I mean, because technically speaking, I live in a suburb of Illinois, so I can't say Chicago because
The
that's
outskirts.
a city. Yeah. So.
Oh, she like that's how Jigga be saying.
Like there's
Don't-
because there are people who grow up in Chicago where if you claim that you're from Chicago and you're not, they get upset. Even though it's just easier to say Chicago because Chicago is more recognizable than Illinois is. So, but yeah. Listen, BG, with your anti deep dish propaganda.
Oh
and
man, I
hatred,
wasn't gonna say
trying to
nothing.
hear it. I'm not trying to hear it, big dog. Okay, I'm not trying to hear it. We have regular pizza here too, and it's pretty good. All right.
Listen,
So just relax.
listen. I'm not gonna make fun. I'm not making fun of y'all pasta cake. Okay, it's y'all can have that, bro.
No, bro. I ain't
This
gonna
shit,
hold
it's very, very good. So.
Hey man, BG, I'm gonna be honest,
I need
I don't know if we could trust
Giordano's
your
fire.
palate, dog. Like if we keep it at 100, like
My palate
I
is
know.
a lot of food you don't.
Nigga,
you
once
don't
I get this
like. Low-key, you
military
like a
grade
child.
helmet and bulletproof vest, I'm coming to Chicago and trying y'all pizza.
BG called donuts trash.
Hey,
Donuts are
Jack,
gross.
Jack, we have Giordano's in some nice suburbs too, bro.
Okay,
You
I'm
ain't gotta
about to say,
worry about that.
if I could hire a police escort to come through that motherfucker, I'd definitely try some of that pizza. Absolutely.
Shit.
Why are the cops so damn bad in Illinois? Like,
It's because corruption is high over here. So is
Like-
the gang violence.
I'm about to say, it's the cops bad or just niggas involved, man. You seen the kind of guns they carrying out there?
Even just highway patrol, like man.
It's the escalation in violence that they have to be concerned about. So,
Yeah.
Listen,
like,
man,
they were rioting and looting in Chicago and they closed the bridges to the city like a couple years back. So it's just like, I think they're still on high alert because of all that stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like an old lady in Chicago or you're getting pulled over.
Yeah,
Illinois,
that's
period.
very true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like donuts are just sawdust and sugar. That's what it is. That's
Dude,
all.
what is wrong with you?
Hey, nigga, shut up.
on?
Shut up.
What's going on, man?
Yeah,
What kind of donuts are you having, bro? Like, are you having like that Dunkin' Donuts generic shit, but are you having like a real mom and pop shop donut? Like, what's
I
going
just
on?
don't
man?
like- I just
He
don't
just
like
moved out the
donuts.
soup kitchen. That's what y'all didn't know. When he linked up with his wife, he just moved out the soup
PG,
kitchen.
what kind of food do you like?
I mean, I have a variety of things that I eat. I mean,
Give me your
I've
top
shown-
5.
Oh, my top 5. I eat a lot of fish, salmon. I eat some cod.
Salmon is disgusting.
It's
bro.
fish, nigga.
Salmon is
Listen,
disgusting.
cod.
What?
No, salmon's pretty good, man. I don't know. It's
make sure I'm not. Isn't salmon like pink and it's like that thick? It's like the steak of fish.
Yeah,
gotta know how to make
fire.
it. Gotta know how to make
salmon's
it.
really good.
Yeah, nah.
I'm Jamaican, so like oxtail, curry chicken, jerk chicken, stuff like that. Man.
Jambalaya.
Yeah, man.
Jambalaya Jamaican now?
Rasta pasta.
Hold up. What jambalaya become a Jamaican dish?
Oh, I said the raw thing.
It's definitely a Cajun dish.
Yeah,
I'm about to say. we not.
I eat gator though, baby. I eat gator sometimes. Know what I'm saying, baby.
So, BG, do you like sweets or no?
I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of like sweets and pastries. I actually hate
I
don't like cake.
That makes sense then. Yeah.
I love pastries.
I hate pastries. That type of stuff.
You like a little tangy flavor. I don't know. You seem like one.
The only thing I do like is like I like chocolate, just like plain chocolate. I don't like
Why you saying it like that lady from SpongeBob? Chocolate.
Chocolate.
See,
I think chocolate's disgusting.
See, everybody make fun of me for the way I say chocolate, right? Like I don't even know how I be saying it though. Like
that lady on SpongeBob.
Your taste buds.
Oh, look, son, they've got some chocolate.
Hey man, maybe it's the accent. I don't know. Just turn into a
Dove
food
chocolate's
podcast.
pretty good. Oh, my bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. We always. Last week we were on cartoons, and this week is food. And
yeah, but speaking of that, BG, I went back and read some of the comments. You said I was like an Eddie and Eddie character, nigga. I'm on your ass. I'll keep that bitch.
It's crazy that you don't like Ed, Edd and Eddy. You would fit perfectly into that cartoon, dog. Like
I am a little retarded. You might be right. All them kids were dumb as hell.
All right.
Cartoon.
Back to gaming. Moon Studios, makers of Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and The Will of the Wisp, fire games, amazing. Love both of those. Came out that it's the work culture at Moon Studios is horrible. It's described as toxic and oppressive place to work. They have casual racism, sexism, bullying. The co-founders, Thomas Mahler and Gennady Coral, those are the two co-founders, and they lead. They're the ones leading all this type of culture. They're like the main one partaking in it. So a few things that have been said, right? Tyler, one of the Thomas, the co-founder, said this about one of the employees. He said, "Tyler is the only person who is aware of my devious plans to kill the Jews by making them work to death through game development." That's literally something That's literally crazy. Yeah, he literally said that in a text, like whatever they use to communicate.
Discord.
Yeah.
Discord.
He said that as a quote unquote joke. The founders also always make jokes about their dick size. Mahler, he also wanted a character in an upcoming game to be raped. They said it took about 2 months to convince him that this was a bad idea for a plot in a video game, where the object was to provide a character with motivation for revenge. Also, last thing, a former developer, a woman, came out and said on Twitter, "I worked for Moon Studios for years. I was the only woman on the story team. I struggled to find the words to express what a soul-destroying experience it was to work with the heads of the studio, Thomas and Gennady. The whole studio was built on a lie that quality justifies everything: verbal abuse, crunch, public humiliation, but it just wears you down and burns you out. Burnt out people do not produce quality." So
hear that, BG?
Yes, I do want to say, I commend those who do work in this industry. I could never do it, because as soon as someone said anything crazy to me, I mean, that's it. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it. I just know myself too well. I know my personality quirks too well. I have anger issues, and there's just no way I would be able to last with that kind of abuse and harassment. So I really feel a lot of empathy for these people, but it definitely it could not be me. It just couldn't be me.
Yeah,
I agree. And then why aren't these people facing consequences for this stuff? I feel like anytime anything like this happens, it blows up in the media, and then it kind of just goes away without anything really happening.
They ain't got no bosses.
It goes unreported. I think it goes unreported at first because they're an independent studio, so Those are the founders doing it. When the founders are doing it, like who do you go to, right? And so it goes unreported for a while. And Blandrew, not that I'm condoning this at all, but at the same time, it did produce quality games like Ori and the Blind Forest, especially Ori and the Will of the Wisp. It's one of the best games I've ever played, bro. So, but I'm not condoning this at all.
I've been seeing you back in your Crunch campaign as of late.
I do not. No, I don't condone. Listen, I don't condone abuse, sexual harassment, racism, none of that. But a little bit of crunch, I'm down for it.
I got a question, BG.
It's a little bit of crunch.
I got a question, BG. Now, just for instance, if that had to be the case, but the game is coming out Ori quality, Last of Us 2 quality, you probably wouldn't be too against it, right? I know you.
You mean if there was still sexual harassment and racism going on?
Hey, if you knew what was going on, hey, listen, it's a little couple of dicks jokes flying around that shouldn't be flying around.
Yeah, you are crazy, dude.
They gonna kill the Jews. I'm like, what y'all making? Oh, word. Hey, man, sometimes you got you don't let that fly.
You are crazy, man.
I'm not condoning it, but I'm still gonna buy the game. But
hey, see, look at him. Look.
Yeah, because listen, but I established listen, this is why I don't take moral stands on things unless it's for black people. That's the only thing I take a stand on. It's for my people, right?
I agree.
But other than that, listen, I'm still buying the game. And listen, I kept it real. I said, listen, if Neil Druckmann came out as like the Grand Wizard of the KKK, I'm probably still buying the next Naughty Dog game.
Man.
I'm gonna be real.
This fucking guy.
You not buying it? If he came out right now on Twitter, put his hood on and everything.
No. I got morals, BG. I'm not buying it because we game share partners. We game share partners and you bought it, so I'm gonna share play it. But just know I'm gonna feel a type way while I'm playing it.
Oh
Facts.
man, that's funny. You guys are hilarious. No, I mean, like I said, it's a industry culture, man. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, you find out like so many corporations have that bullshit going on. Even Bungie has been so pro-inclusive the last couple years, and then there was a report that came out like, hey, we were doing sketchy shit over here too. I'm like, no, you fucking seriously, y'all as well. So it's just like, I'm like, all right, man. That's why I could never work in this industry, because that kind of stuff is very rampant, and I personally, I like my prejudice insidious. Okay, I like it to be subtle, when I'm being demeaned. I don't anything that's out in the open and blatant. I wouldn't be able to deal with any of that stuff. I think I don't know, man. I don't know how these people do it, but I would not. I just know myself too well. I just couldn't do it, dude. Because like the whole concept of them making the studio is that they wanted to be anti-corporate, right? But the thing of it is, there's a difference between being anti-corporate and then just like being blatantly racist, sexist, homophobic, making disgusting jokes about your tiny dick, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to see any of that, hear any of that when I'm at work. I believe in professionalism at work. That's why I have an issue with people in this industry being on social media acting like nut jobs, because I think regardless of where you are, if your name is attached to something that has your work's name on it, you should be professional. But a lack of corporate oversight does not mean you could automatically can just be prejudiced, man. Like, that shit's not okay.
Yeah. Somebody said now that there's allegations of sexual harassment and racism. That means Microsoft gonna buy them now. That's the go ahead for Microsoft.
Hey,
that's the go ahead.
Man, it's messed up.
Why is it that the most toxic studios make the best games?
Hey man, hey, Blandrew, Smoove said it, not me.
You think we're gonna get Ori on PlayStation? Because that's the first. I'm a fucked up individual, right? When I first read that, I was like, damn, when is Ori gonna come to PlayStation now? Like,
doesn't Microsoft own the Ori?
I'm fucked up.
Yes, they do.
They own Ori?
As far as I know. Not the IP, but I don't know.
Do they?
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if they own the IP.
And Microsoft did distance themselves from Moon Studio, so I don't see them purchasing them.
Yeah, and you could also see, like, there were people when Microsoft was doing their Let's Pick Up These Studios campaign, people were like, why don't you pick up Moon Studios? And then, it would have made sense for them to get Moon Studios, right? Because they had produced successful titles for them. But since they didn't, one could assume that part of the reason why is because of the issues that Moon Studios founders created in terms of their work environment and culture and behavior.
But
So
that's remember, like with the Activision thing, that's when Microsoft applied more pressure, was when they found out about sexual harassment going on, and then Microsoft looks like
Activision Blizzard is different from Moon Studios. Like it's like at the end of the day, all these corporations really care about is results and money. And if there's an opportunity to pick up Activision Blizzard to have those IPs under the Microsoft umbrella, then of course they're going to do it, regardless of what super sketchy things are going on at Activision Blizzard. Now, I am of the belief that they are going to make changes as soon as the deal is finalized, especially with Bobby Kotick. But Bobby's already won. That dude is leaving with a fat check. So it's like,
big gold
what the fuck can we do? Nothing. There's nothing we can do.
Dancing to the bank.
If you not saying that they should buy Moon Studios, but you can just look like the hero again. You purchase Moon Studios. Well, of course they have to agree to it. You give them two dudes a big bag. You tell them, okay, you got to get out of here. And
Moon is different, yo. Moon is
how many
a
people they got
remote
working for them though? Would they even be worth the money? Like,
yeah, they literally are like they work from home. They don't have like an actual like location and stuff. It's like, how do you do that? How do you manage?
So that's probably, when you first said these allegations, I was gonna say it's like a fucking Discord call. Like, and now that you said they all work from home, it makes sense. Like, niggas just on there talking crazy, but at that point, you just buying a one IP and you buying a whole bunch of like emotionally traumatized like employees. Like, would you really?
And real quick, one of the women who came forward talking about the abuse did state that her coworkers were leaving it like in droves. So it's like, at the end of the day, the name of a studio doesn't mean anything if you don't have the talent behind it. So there's no point in buying Moon Studios, in my opinion.
It's just it's still just gonna be weird because it's like, if you work there, because okay, this information is out there, and it's like, okay, the change is needed, but the change is coming from the offenders, which is kind of weird, because it's different if like, okay, it was some developers at the studio and then it wasn't the founders, but if it's the head that's doing it, it's like, bruh,
supposedly FromSoft got bad working conditions too, but I mean,
FromSoft
don't really give it. Yeah, From Software. Apparently
like,
they do.
Putting his finger in somebody's ass. What do you do?
Nah, just like crunching shit. Oh my.
Oh, crunching.
They are forced. I can't speak right now. I had a piece of rib in my mouth, but they're forced to make games at poor performance.
Oh my god.
I come to the theory. I came to the theory, right, that From Software games are only hard because they have uneven frame pacing. I think their difficulty is literally tied to their performance.
I can agree with you on that because of the detail that goes into hit markers. That's kind of
it's coincidental.
He's not 100% wrong, but like I don't know. I don't think he's 100% wrong on that. That's a good point, Smoove. That's
I think it's just I think it's just coincidental that they haven't like all the way worked out those technical kinks. So it those bad and weird frame pacing has just become part of.
How long they've been around? 20 plus years.
It's become part of their games. Like, it's synonymous with their games. I don't know if it's on. I don't think it's intentional.
It adds to the charm.
That's
charm. I just want to know I just need somebody who ever beaten, like, let's say the Demon Souls remake and then a recent From Soft game. Which game did you have an easier time with?
That's what they told me.
Easier time, Elden Ring, but I think Demon Souls
easier time because of the bosses, or easier time because the game is more polished.
Yeah. So
definitely not because it's more polished, because of the bosses. It's just because.
Elden Ring is easy because of all the tools that they give you to succeed. But some of those bosses are like bullshit from a mechanics standpoint, in my opinion.
There's at least 3 of them off the top of my head.
Yeah, Radon.
Yes.
Millennia and Malekith.
Millennia's okay. I could get past Millennia, but Malekith.
Listen, I can get past her giving me Scarlet Rot, but her healing herself as she's attacking.
Every single hit.
Absolutely
every single hit.
And I say this for anyone who doesn't know. I have the Elden Ring plat, So please just leave me be, okay?
Let's go, Luke. I got it too. I see.
I
that's
see y'all.
what-
Okay, black excellence, black
That's right.
excellence.
That's right, Luca. Put your nuts on the table. Let them know.
But yeah, Demon Souls remake still has some of the they're still using the same code, so they still have bugs from the original Demon Souls, like the Man-Eaters boss fight. Sometimes the Man-Eaters would just fly off and disappear, and you'll have to restart the fight. So it's like stuff like that still exists. And the part of the reason Blighttown was so aggravating was because I played it back on the PlayStation 3, Dark Souls that is. It's because the game dropped to like 13 frames per second while we were going through it, or going down the ladder and staircases. So
it might all just boil down to the engine they use, because Demon Souls remake was made in Unreal, even though it used the same source code.
People were pointing out that all the Elden Ring bosses are based on George R.R. Martin's initials.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like there's
That's
there's
the only
like
involvement this nigga had with the game, bro.
No, he was involved with the story in regards to there being infidelity and cheating and multiple children. So
Does the story have a definitive end?
it has multiple, yes.
That nigga wasn't
That's
involved.
3. That's 3.
So he wrote 3 in this for Elden Ring, but 0 for Game of Thrones. All right, I'm on his ass.
There's 3 tied to trophies, but there's more than 3.
Hey, no George R. R. Martin disrespect, Jack.
Man,
Stop
fuck that fat old nigga.
Hey,
See, I feel like that was
ruined the
more than
goddamn show, man.
No, he didn't ruin nothing. Stop this.
All he had to do was stick to land, and then he got this paraplegic nigga becoming king. Fuck that nigga, man.
Bro, he didn't even write that ending. The showrunners wrote that ending.
Point. That's the point. He was supposed to write the whole show.
It's the same thing as not sometimes not doing anything is the same thing as doing something.
Nah.
He's never finishing those books, by the way. I'm just putting that
Yes,
out there
he
for
is.
people. No,
Wouldn't
he's
matter
not.
at this point.
Just
Yes,
accept
he is.
it. Just accept it,
Nope.
bro.
No, absolutely not. Except what? Great. I got greatness. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, buddy.
I just pretend like season 8 didn't happen.
Season 6 through 8. I don't want it. I don't want it. Shut up, bitch.
See,
She's
at least y'all
McQueen.
wasn't like me.
She's McQueen.
But she's McQueen.
Y'all didn't have to
Fucking
sit through
loser,
80
dog.
straight hours of the show the way I did.
Just pretend like it didn't happen, because the way that they like destroyed
I am too.
Daenerys' character was disgusting. Like,
I mean, they built up for it, but the payoff they did in like 40 minutes. It's like, fam, you built up 8 seasons to run through the shit in the episode. My God, like, well, come on, bro.
they completely like just tarnished her character.
Yeah, if they would have
Yeah,
fleshed it out more, it would have been way better.
I'm not bothered by season 8 as much as most people. Like I know it's not great, but you know I ain't bothered by it.
Yeah, good
as
episodes,
much.
but when you look at what actually was going on, you like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what? When that shit was happening, niggas was like, oh, this shit lit. But then when you just look back at it, it's like, okay, this shit kind of ass, bro.
I was more upset. It was crazy. I was more upset about the super dark castle raid episode, and then
that was
dude
crazy.
Came,
That was
and then dude came out and said, no, it's not the episode. It's y'all TVs. I was like, what?
I got offended when he said that, but then I saw a video of somebody watching on their TV and they could see everything. I was like, that nigga might have been on or something.
Nah, and he was tripping. He was definitely tripping on that.
Hey, man.
Okay, so yeah, don't work at Moon Studios. That's the moral of the story. At least not right now. So they clean stuff up.
Yeah, dude, like, listen, no fucking way. I'm glad they spoke up and said something. It's good for newer developers to know, like, okay, hey, which corporation do you want to go with to deal with harassment? Moon Studios or some other entity? You know, just pick and choose.
Stop anything, though? I don't think it's gonna stop nothing.
I don't know. We'll see. Smoove, good sir, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, you know, for some months now, you know, you've been saying you ain't worried about Halo Infinite's numbers. Halo Infinite's gonna be fine. But there's another report. Halo Infinite numbers from Paul Tassi, Forbes. Halo Infinite numbers, as far as we can see, don't look great. It's based on these 3 things. So Halo Infinite is, I think it's fell out of the top 10 most played games on Xbox. I know before you said that was, before it was Steam, so you weren't worried. But this is now Xbox. It's now out of the top 10 for Xbox. It's a poor performer on
There's
Twitch.
nothing to do. I'm sorry.
It's a poor performer on Twitch. Like it's not really getting any Twitch streams. Nobody's streaming it. That's loose. I don't put too much weight on Twitch streams, but that's a part of it. And on Steam, as we know, the peak was 256,000, and just a few days ago, the peak was 13, and at the time, 5,000 people were playing it. So are you worried now, Smoove?
No. Not worried.
Okay.
I have no reason to be worried. I'm not playing a game right now. I'm playing Elden Ring, but
We know.
Once I'm done with Elden Ring, I'm gonna go back and continue my journey on Halo Infinite's multiplayer. I really don't care who is not playing it.
Yet, or?
No, I'm at a level 80 something. So that's what I really want to do is get complete my season pass. So that's why I would have had it done had it not been. I didn't think I was gonna like Elden Ring like that. I thought I was gonna try Elden Ring, drop it, and then go back to what I was doing. But that didn't quite happen. So this is actually the longest consecutive I've played a freaking game and still haven't beaten it yet. Yes, damn near a month. That's crazy. All right. Yeah. So, but as far as Halo Infinite, I'm not worried about the whole top 10 on Xbox. If everybody don't know, that's a top 10. That list changes literally every hour. So it's like, I don't know why people like buy into those, or like you capture it 1 hour, it'll have 10 certain games on it. The next hour or two, those games going to change. Not all of them. The top 5 is probably going to remain, but like it's like very fluid. It's not like, I don't know if there's any real value in like judging by Xbox top 10. If you want to go with
the
Steam
top 10
numbers,
are usually the same.
Wait. Shouldn't Halo be
Tell us where it's at right now, then.
Hold on.
Tell us where it's at right now.
I don't have my Xbox on.
But wait a minute. But wait a minute. Shouldn't Halo be in that infamous top 5 you're talking about that usually stays pretty, on there?
It should be, but depending on the time of day. You know what
No,
I mean?
What do you mean the time of day?
No. Considering they've marketed this game as an ongoing experience, yes, it should be in the continuous top 5. Okay, I will say this as someone who enjoys the game. I have 73 hours in the multiplayer. I absolutely have a blast from a mechanic standpoint with Halo Infinite. I finished the season pass. I finished the Fiesta pass. I finished the attrition pass. I finished all those, right? I am concerned about Halo Infinite. There is nothing to fucking do. There's nothing to do. All right? It is lacking a lot of content. It's lacking modes that I believe existed in the earlier games. That's what I've been told. Like, I'm not really a Halo fanatic in that sense, but it's like there's nothing to do in game. Like, it's boring. It's dry. Season 2 has been delayed to what, like May or something? It's nothing. There's nothing to do, bro. So yes, be concerned about Halo Infinite. All right, how you gonna have an ongoing game when there's nothing to do in the fucking game? Make that make sense, man. No, they completely screwed up. This shit should have been delayed another year.
I mean, if that's the only game you plan to play, then you should be concerned. But
It
like
has
the
nothing
thing is,
it has nothing to do with it being the only game.
well, yeah, because at the end of it has to, because at the end of the day, that's really why it should really matter. If like the thing is that if you're done with the game, you're done with the game. So it's like I don't understand why it need to
They're supposed to be supported for 10 years though, Smoove.
That's great. They are. I mean, they supported. They already. I think how long has the Chief Collection been out? They show that they can support a game for over time. You know what I mean? But as far as I don't have no real concern of what they're, because once I'm done with the game, I'm done with the game.
So
until they put out content that bring you back to the game.
Are you not into multiplayer? Is that it? Is like that not something?
No, I mean, I'm into multiplayer, but the thing is what I want out of the game versus what you want out of the game is probably different. My thing is, this is how I treat all games. I exhaust games until I feel like, all right, I'm pretty much done, until they do something dramatically that would bring me back. So that's why for me, there's no real concern. Like if once I complete my season pass, right, and nothing's dropped, I wouldn't feel bad like, oh, they need to drop, so I did what I wanted to do, or I did all I needed to do in the game. And then if they want to add some more content to the game, whether it be achievements or modes or something like that I might be interested in, I'll jump back in. But I treat all games really that way. I play it until I'm done. Like, I mean, I don't intend to play. I'll tell you this. I don't intend to play Halo for 10 years. Don't care. I don't intend to play Halo for 10 years.
I guess fundamentally you're correct. The way we just approach gaming is different. I enjoy the multiplayer aspect of the game, but it's like, I like to strive towards something in regards to when I'm playing through the multiplayer. It's the same reason why I like the Destiny PvP. When there's something to do and something to strive for, that's when I enjoy myself the most.
Yeah, but don't Destiny have downtime? Like when you had in between times in Destiny, I don't think you're playing it for 5 years straight. Isn't there downtime?
You're
Nah,
saying
Luca
I'm
continues.
not saying she doesn't play the game. I'm just saying for the people that know that play Destiny, from what I hear, they have downtime. They just recently went back because of the Witch Queen and stuff like that. But the saying is that games have downtime. I don't see myself. Well, I would never be the
Your
type of person
downtime
like.
shouldn't be within a month though.
Hey.
I'm about to say, yeah, the game just came out, Smoove.
Exactly.
Within a month, the game came out. Also, now the game did. Now you guys want to acknowledge
It's
it
not-
like
you
it
know
just
what?
came out. Came out. Didn't the game come out in November?
It's
Smoove.
okay.
Wasn't it
December?
December? It was December.
It was December,
December,
right?
the campaign
Yeah.
came out. November, the
Okay.
multiplayer came out.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Okay, that's a fair assessment there. Yeah, no, dude. Listen, the thing with Destiny is that it's one thing for Destiny to have a lull in content because Destiny is full of things to do. Halo is not full of things to do. Like you can turn on Destiny and you will be bombarded with content to go through and content to chase, especially if you're someone who's taking a break from Destiny. There is a shit ton of
But isn't
things to
Destiny a
do.
PvE game?
Yes, which is why like I don't even understand why you brought that point up about it having content lows because I just brought it up about the multiplayer aspect.
Well,
so I was,
I
further expanding it for you since you brought up Destiny and you wanted to talk about it, but like
No, because I gave an example of games that have like when you have there's downtime where it's like nobody's playing. It's not going to always be this thing like, oh my god, it always should have this a mini amount of play. If that happens, great. That's great for them.
Once again, Destiny is full of things to do and is full of content. For the majority of people who pick up Destiny, it is only the super hardcore doing absolutely everything, which is a small percentage of the community of people who end up not having anything to do. But if you were to turn on Destiny, you would have 5 years worth of content to check up on or catch up on. That is, I'm sorry. But hey, the difference is Halo Infinite has nothing to do. Except
the
for the
thing
PvP,
is,
but there's
I'll tell
nothing
you,
to chase.
maybe
Like, it's one thing
why
for you because you have the season pass still. I don't have the season pass. I beat my season pass, you know? So I'm saying from my perspective, there's nothing to do, you know? As someone who enjoys this game.
I don't think that's I honestly don't think that's a problem. Like, I'll tell you this, Halo 3, I played for 5 years doing what, 2-3 of my favorite modes. I don't see, and that's the same thing with Halo Infinite. I understand, like, in this new generation, there has to be all these different type of stuff that people are doing, and I'm not giving them a pass for it. But the thing is, for me personally, the way I tend to play Halo Infinite is the way I intended to play all the Halos before. Slayer, Team Slayer, get to a certain rank that I feel respectable, and then I drop off.
Slayer, which they didn't have that particular play mode at launch, but you know, go ahead.
So the problem with Halo is it's starting behind the starting like the line of where it should have launched at, right? It's not like it's not keeping up. It's trying to catch up because it was already lacking stuff it should have had in the first place. So now to really like compensate, they have to like do double time to compensate for where they should have launched at with the multiplayer. So they're always going to be playing catch up, you know, at this point, unless they drop a whole lot of stuff at one time in a short time. And I think there's a difference between like, you know, putting down a game for the moment because something else comes out and putting down a game because there's nothing to do. If you put down a game because another game comes out, I think that's fine. You go to the multiplayer later, but a whole bunch of people dropping it within a month and a half because there's nothing to do. That's a problem. Like, I was playing Ready or Not, like, you know, a few months ago, and I still want to go back to it because they've been making constant updates. I didn't drop it because there was nothing to do. I dropped it because like January and February came and there was like a bunch of games to play, but I look forward to it, you know, still. So, but Halo is playing catch up, man. It's behind, and I don't think people are gonna go back like that. I really don't. I think like
I'm gonna go back, but there are other people who won't. So that's true, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sorry. I just don't really share that, you know, sentiment. But I'm very selfish when it comes to games. So the thing is that a game like if the game ain't bad to me, the game ain't bad. The game ain't bad.
Player numbers don't matter no more. Smoove, is this what's going on?
You said say that again.
Player numbers don't matter. You're in here defending a game that's probably
There's nothing to defend though. It's not really
if
about
they put
defending.
hundreds of millions of dollars in this game for 13,000
Not my
people to
money
be
though.
playing in a month after, like what are we talking about?
I mean, people play different shit.
So,
Like,
when people brag about, oh, you know, Forza Horizon had such and such 10 million people, I don't want to hear that no more, because clearly it doesn't matter. If it's 13,000, you don't care.
I don't
if it's
care
10
how many
million,
people are still playing. Yeah, what's exciting that 20?
It's like a one and done game, man.
How's
Is this
it
a
one
one and done?
It's one and done to whomever is not playing it anymore.
It's like it's one and done to you, sir. Is it one and done?
How's it one and done? If I don't know how many days have I got in that game.
Is it one and done or not?
Listen,
I got too many hours for it to be one and done.
Answer me, goddammit.
Let me tell you something, right?
I got
'Cause,
way
like,
too many hours in that game for it to be one and done. So,
all right, brother.
Listen, I had to stop playing Rogue Company because, few reasons. I mean, the developer wasn't supporting the game how they should have, and the game died. Listen, I would love for like more people to be like the player count in Rogue Company to be up there right now, but it's not anymore. And that literally, I love that game. And that devastates me. So, like the fact that Smoove isn't bothered by the player count, it's
until this happens, until I go to a situation where I can't get a game, then I'll start feeling some type of way. But that hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I mean, that's your prerogative. That's your thought process. It's completely fair. I personally think that Halo Infinite is behind the curve in a lot of ways. They've had multiple examples of successful ongoing games, so I don't even understand how they launched behind the curve, but I digress. I personally am of the belief, and I had been saying it when we had learned about them delaying certain things like the co-op and the Forge mode and several game modes that were not included at launch, that the game should just be delayed. There's a lot of backlash for me saying that, but at the end of the day, it's like they're still delaying stuff. They delayed the roadmap. They delayed the roadmap.
That's crazy.
We don't even know what the roadmap is. We don't even know exactly when we're getting certain things. It's still kind of up in the air. So it's just like, for me, as someone who enjoys the title, and like, I've posted clips, I've posted my gameplay on Twitter. I'm all like, damn, I love this multiplayer. I have so much fucking fun. It's great. Like, I really do enjoy it, genuinely. For me as a player, there is nothing to fucking do in there. As someone who has done I come back for events, and that's it.
That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to get to your point. Once I max out, I want to get to the point where there's nothing for me to do. But I want to do that to all games that I like, or I'm trying to exhaust. So that's why but like, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I do not. I don't care how much they say they plan to support it for like this many years. There was no way I'm playing Halo Infinite, the multiplayer, for 10 years. I'll play there if you're going to drop a bunch of campaigns.
The game is DOA, Smooth.
The game is not DOA.
I think
if they drop campaign over 10 years, and that's different because
I think it's worrying though, because Halo is Microsoft's biggest IP. No,
it's Call of Duty.
Okay. What is Halo? Before Call of Duty. Before Call of Duty. Listen. Even if you want to say it's Call of Duty, the fact that Halo, one of Microsoft's biggest flags, this is the game y'all were waiting for, though. Hold on. It's Call of Duty.
And it did its job. It did its job.
No, it didn't.
It did not do no. I just said it did its job.
Halo did not do its job.
It did its job for me. It did its job for me. It was literally one of the best games I played last year.
Listen, hey, the fact that only 5,000 people, whether you want to say something, listen, are playing Halo, a game that's known for on Steam, and it's out.
A bunch of bum ass niggas,
and it's out. Hold on, and it's out of Xbox's top 10 of games being played, and this is one of y'all biggest IP, one of your longest running, most storied IP. That's a problem. Like, that's indicative of Microsoft.
How do you think I should feel? Do you think I should cry?
I'm not saying you should cry, but I'm saying
I don't understand.
I'm not saying you should cry. I'm not saying you should cry.
About?
But if this is Microsoft's biggest and Microsoft's best and Microsoft's most important, and your best and most important is struggling, that doesn't fare well for other things. That's what I'm saying.
I think everybody else will be all right.
When they have like 450 people working there, like I don't like. Did they just not have like a bad management?
No, it's just a bunch of 450 contractors. Like it's not exactly. I don't think it's actually 450. Halo
dead, bro. That's crazy.
that's just the way you judge the health and success of a multiplayer game, right? I mean, like if Legend of Zelda suddenly started selling like 2 million copies instead of 20 million, we'd be like, whoa, something's going on with Zelda. Like, why are people not buying Zelda no more?
That's for them to figure out. But I'm not gonna bear the burden or the emotions of how the game is doing on like Steam or something, because I honestly, frankly, don't care. I really don't. But I think the game is dead? No, I don't think it's.
I think Halo
dead.
is
doing better. You said it was doing better on Xbox, but it seems like
it is doing better on Xbox.
But it's doing worse on Xbox than Steam, which is already at 13,000.
Do you know the Xbox player count? Or you just know that it's out of the Xbox
I'm like you. It don't
concern
concern me.
I think Halo just isn't it's far less relevant than it was at one point. Far less.
Yeah, but it's been like that for 10 years though, 10 plus years.
Oh, the shit's been dead for a decade.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. If you believe that,
I believe Halo's peak was Halo 3. I do believe that.
Okay, so that's fine then.
There's a ton of shooters and stuff that came out that became more popular. So yeah, I don't expect Halo to have the same impact as it once did.
Then that's fine then. As long as we agree that like Halo's relevance is kind of long gone, because if you say that to certain dudes, they'd be like, what are you talking about? Hey, okay. As long as we agree Halo's relevance is definitely nowhere near what it used to be. That's fine then. We can end on that.
Absolutely.
I can't even listen to Halo Gears of War the same no more, Smoove. You really fucked me up with that
Do
one,
y'all
bro.
think that is because like majority of the Halo fan base grew up, or
part of it?
reason?
I think that's part of the
definitely part of it.
They moved on to other games. Other games evolved.
You know what's crazy? The Halo people might actually be on Halo, and then it's just that, and the people who aren't on Halo, they probably ain't gaming no more. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
that might be true. That might be true.
I'm talking about like age right now. Like, you know what I mean? So
it's like
who bought Halo 3.
You mean like the first Halo game, huh?
I'm talking about within the first 3 Halo. Think about it. Like the people that camped out for Halo 2 and Halo 3 and shit probably ain't the ones playing. They're not playing Fortnite or anything.
They might not even be gaming at all anymore.
That's true.
They might not even be gaming at all anymore. That's most likely what part of it is.
Damn.
Yeah, that is what it is, and that happens. But that's what I be saying to people. Like I be trying to say that, like, listen, Halo isn't as relevant as y'all think it is, but you know, when you say that to certain people, they think you out of your mind and stuff like that. So
Microsoft need to hurry up and what they need to do is find out what's their, Halo has legacy, but what they got to find out what's their, their gem, their baby. They have to do, and that's whether they got to get that from Bethesda or Activision. They got to find out.
Because what did I say in the spaces? I think I said something was more relevant than Halo, and dude lost. I think it was XU lost his mind
or something like that.
What game?
There's so many options now. Like back in the day, you only had like Halo and Call of Duty. Now you got like Apex and like
competitors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Well,
I want to say everything y'all just said also applies to Gran Turismo. Just putting it out.
Yeah, I bet Gran Turismo won't do the numbers it used to do either.
Well, no, I ain't saying that much, but
I guarantee you
problems.
What's the best-selling Gran Turismo game?
I think like
it was 2. I think it was 2.
What did it sell?
I think
one of them sold like crazy. Like
it was like 20 million, 20, 30 million, something like that.
Didn't somebody tell me Sport sold like 10 million still though? Like, and that was the worst.
That sounds
Gran Turismo.
That sounds about right.
It's a very popular franchise.
Yeah,
Sport still sold well.
Yeah, I don't think like that's a huge fall off. Okay, if your best game sold 10 million and like your best game sold 20 million, your worst game sold 10 million. I'm like, okay.
Which was Sports going for though? Because I bought that game for like $14 for my dad for Christmas one year. And for a while, it's been like $9.
It's a gamer, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's a half-step
Gran
game.
Turismo wasn't. Never mind. These are, I think, combining all the games.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's going on. It's $15.49.
Yeah, Sport's a half-step game. I don't even think it came out at full price.
Yeah, and I don't really like. Listen, everybody has price drops to set Nintendo. Like, it's regardless of what it sells at, people are still picking it up. So I think that's still fine. But all right, Next topic. Let's see what we got. Oh, the initiative. Perfect Dark.
Oh my god, damn, BG, you just when it rained it pour, Smoove, you're the shit.
I mean, this is what happened.
God damn, bro, BG, give the guy a break, bro.
So, GC reports, VGC reports, Video Game Chronicles reports that Xbox Studio, the initiative, has had a quote-unquote fast and furious wave of senior departures in the last 12 months. As much as half of the core development team working on Perfect Dark Reboot has quit the company during the last year. There were like lists, people made lists on Twitter of everybody that quit, and it was like this insane list and people's name being crossed out. It looked like like a mafia, like a mafia like hit list, the amount of people that just left and were crossed out. So this brought up concerns about, poor Microsoft management or cultivation issues. Most people think it's like too many cooks in the kitchen, too many, chiefs, not enough Indians, and there was like some type of clash that the people who were working at the initiative when Crystal Dynamics was brought on, was like, hey, we didn't sign up for this. We're supposed to be the core development team. And there was a power struggle between, most of this is speculation. There was a power struggle between Crystal Dynamics and the initiative team, and the initiative, for those who don't know, is a whole bunch of top tier, the best of the best game developers poached from other of the best teams in the industry. So it's supposed to be the dream team, right? It's the absolute dream team for this quote unquote quadruple A studio. Some people say Xbox never said that. Some people said a reporter said that. Whatever you want to believe. So this is but this is supposed to be the dream team, okay? So yeah, thoughts on this?
Move.
Yeah, it sucks because obviously I was high on the initiative and all their hirings, but I'm really not really that worried. It's just not a good look because despite how when Perfect Dark, because once Perfect Dark comes out and it's is the game, is that they won't really get the credit as the initiative for the game because Crystal Dynamics is at this point pretty much developing it under Daryl Gallagher's management. And I just hope nothing happens in terms of like them shutting the studio down and whatnot. But nah, I just really think, it sucks that they all couldn't agree to make a Perfect Dark game. The thing that startles me about all these people leaving and quitting in mass numbers is like people will quit a job over creative opinions faster than they would getting harassed. Like when you read about the stories of working in toxic work conditions, right, and stuff like, it'll be years before somebody finally comes out and then they bring on this lawsuit, but you find out they've been working so many years dealing with this shit. These dudes can't figure out what direction they want to go to in the game, or Daryl Gallagher wants the game this way. These two, well, I worked here and I worked there. I did this, I did that. You know what? I don't like this. I'm leaving. They all quit immediately. I just think that's kind of ridiculous. But despite all that, I am not worried about Perfect Dark because I think it's in good hands. This was another selfish opinion of me. Even before the initiative was started, I said, hey, Xbox need to, and this was before I knew Crystal Dynamics was like owned by like Square Enix. I used to say, hey, Xbox should buy Crystal Dynamics or link up with Crystal Dynamics and have them reboot Perfect Dark like they did Tomb Raider. And then the Daryl Gallagher thing happened. I was like, shit, I hope he reboots Perfect Dark like he did Tomb Raider. And then the announcement came, and that's what happened. I was happy, and the next thing you know, the whole announcement, them partnering up with Crystal Dynamics, I got even super happier. But just the story behind it kind of sucks. But at the end of the day, if I get a good Perfect Dark game, I don't care who left, who came, who went. If I get a good Perfect Dark game, I am happy, and I don't care how it came. So, is that good enough?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. Hey man, I don't have that much of an opinion on this. I mean, it's game not coming out until like probably 2025, 2026 maybe.
I still think the game comes out in the next 12 to 18 months.
Absolutely
like I made
not.
a ban on that move.
Absolutely not.
I'll get my spreadsheet.
You're not. You ain't seen this game for a while. I don't think you were gonna see it for a while anyway, honestly. So this probably put like a little delay on it and everything like that. And I think it goes to show you, and I think Smoove, you should take note of this. Sometimes like leadership is more important than the numbers and acquisition. Smoove.
Well, no.
Ain't you the nigga that say leaders don't matter, bro?
No, I said no. I'm the one who said that I don't think one sole person leaving is that big of a deal. But when you got all these leaders, these are senior people.
But you see how one sole person leading a game can affect the development. Derek Gallagher had all these new niggas he wasn't fucking with. He said, I'm going back to the old thing. I'm going back to where it was good. And okay, hey, that's crazy. He really got clout. He was like, I'm finna call up the studio I used to work for. Come on, nigga, I need your help. That's crazy. They was like, you know what? You're right. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Because it's interesting. I remember when we were having this conversation, and we were like, this is odd. Smoove didn't see anything odd about it. I remember that. We were like, this is odd. This is like unprecedented. This isn't normal. And clearly it wasn't normal. And this probably wasn't the most welcome decision from people who were at the initiative, because a whole bunch of them went right back to their own studios that they were with, right before. So it's odd. And from what everybody tells me, Gallagher is an amazing leader. But it apparently had too many senior people, man. That
correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Quarry Barlog and Daryl had an issue when Quarry wanted like the no cut cameras in like Tomb Raider or something like that? He ended up implementing in God of War.
God of War, yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it Daryl Gallagher directly, or was it like, I don't know I know it was when he was at Crystal, but I don't know if it was.
I know he was the studio head at some point at Crystal, and then
yeah.
The thing about people quitting when like they having problems, but not like sexual. I feel like them people that quit that Crystal Dynamics shit, like them dudes got clout already, right? They got voices in the industry, so that's why that's one of the reasons they quit, because they like, I'm not finna sit here and let you dictate what the fuck I got going on. So, but the people that's getting sexually harassed and abused and all that, they really ain't got they really ain't got. So if they quit, they not gonna get no more looks probably, right? Or they gonna get blacklisted because the people they calling out are some of these bigger people. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why you see that type of
you'll never hear, or you almost never hear about like, the head of a studio or a lead, a senior person getting like sexually harassed like that. It's because like people, it's always like people lower on the totem pole that get targeted, that they know they have less choices. Like a senior dude would be like, listen, bro, I'm about to get up out of here, bro. I got choices.
Except they Naughty Dog. One nobody tucking dicks. You remember that?
Oh yeah, he definitely was.
What was that, Robert Cogburn?
Mm-hmm.
That nigga was slapping and tickling back there. That shit was crazy. BG still bought the game day one. That's Jesus.
You too. What the hell? Stop putting my name out there.
Well, dick tucking ain't never deterred me, nigga. I'm definitely playing that game. Fuck that.
You a wild.
Hey, like, are people actually asking for a new Perfect Dark like that, or is it just like one of those things people ask for on the internet, and then it's just like, no one really cares about it?
I don't know if there was a like army of people. I just know I was one of the ones asking for it for about a decade. So
Smoove gonna get that game on Game Pass. It's gonna fucking suck, and he gonna say he ain't got no problem with it. He didn't have a high buy-in. It was developmental hell, so he ain't got. You know what's going on, Smoove.
Yeah, I don't know what a modern Perfect Dark look like. Like, I'm interested to see the game, but I ain't like, I ain't like that excited about it. Luca, I don't know if you're there right now. Do you have any thoughts on this situation in Perfect Dark?
Dude, I don't really care.
Okay.
I'm not checking for Perfect Dark like that. I don't care about the initiative until I see some more information. So
I feel you. Like, yeah, this is really something I don't have that much to say about. I mean, it's Perfect Dark. Like, yeah. I know there's
playing this game got like caught in a bug.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Yeah.
I saw that.
So yeah, I mean, I think we can move on from there. It does bring up some, points about Microsoft management that, There's challenges that come with owning 32 studios.
No, that's not the challenge, bro. The challenge is
ground up. Is it
from the ground up? Yes. I'd rather, like I said, because you called me out about me saying I'd rather them buy studios than build from the ground up. I stand by that 130%.
Oh, brother.
I'd rather them buy studios than build anything from the ground, because that's less. You don't have to deal with these prima donnas or getting a group together. Buy something already established, and usually when you buy something established, they already got a couple games in the oven that they're working on. It just makes the job so much easier. So
wouldn't that kind of go against what you're saying though? Because the reason this is such a disaster is because all these devs were so established.
No. These were established devs that all work from different studios.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I want them to buy a whole studio. Like I want them to buy Crystal Dynamics or buy somebody, not develop a studio and hire all these people.
I think that shit could backfire either way though.
I mean, everybody else seems happy. Obsidian's happy, and Exile is happy. Bethesda's happy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Tim Schafer's happy.
What the fuck Tim Schafer happy about? What's his next game?
He happy as long as he got Year awards. As long as he got a donut in his mouth, he happy. So
okay, BG, no fat shaming, brother.
That wasn't
what's going on here
at all.
No, man, fuck Tim Schafer.
I'm team fuck Tim Schafer too, but I'm just saying, bro.
All right. Moving on from that. See, so Microsoft, I'm really not trying to pile on.
Bro, how much shit they go?
This is like the stuff that happened this week. I swear to God, bro. I'm not targeting.
Make these topics. What the fuck?
I'm not targeting.
Bad news.
I'm not targeting Microsoft. And listen, if you could go find some good news for about Xbox and Microsoft this past week, bring it on. But this is
ridiculous.
He gave you a challenge.
Man, y'all send me some negative PlayStation shit, man.
They won. No, they came in second place on the NPDs, or did they win NPDs last month?
Second place. They beat PlayStation. PlayStation was in last.
Okay, cool. See, so that's some good news. Woo. Yeah.
Is it?
On the NPDs.
They got the worst running version of GTA 5. The game came out 10 years ago.
Why you trying to change the subject?
I mean, he got too happy. I ain't like that. He was getting above himself. Oh, my bad.
But what I was gonna say is, besides them, coming in second place in PDs, Microsoft removed the direct Twitter sharing feature from Xbox consoles. I'm thinking like they're removing it to make some type of change, some type of overhaul. It can't be a permanent removal. Right?
Yeah. It's whatever it is. It's fucking stupid. But I did use, because I was forced to use it because I wanted to show people. I was on a tear today in Elden Ring, but I used it for the first time since they've removed it from Twitter. And what it looks like so far is that their Xbox app video sharing feature just got enhanced. It's better to share from the mobile. But the thing is, I don't like. If I'm on my phone, I'll share something from my phone. When I'm playing a game, I want to share directly from the console. You know what I mean? I don't want to go looking for my phone. Damn, where my phone at? You know what I mean? So and that's where I don't. It's a bad look. I don't care how much better they make the Xbox app. In terms of it's just, I know they bought a video sharing or a video editing program. I think late last year, and they're about to implement it into Windows and Xbox. I don't know if that's going to change anything, but the thing that makes it suck is that here you got PlayStation, you got Xbox, right? Even though there's things that are just subjective, there's some clear, simple shit you do not want just off perception. Don't want to have PlayStation to have over you. So PlayStation, when you're sharing shit, everything just seems I feel like PlayStation encourage you and wants you to share content, so shit is just easy. It just works. It it feels like there's no science behind it. It just works.
It did take them a long time to fix the streaming on the Xbox, didn't it?
No, what they did was they had Mixer. So what they did was they took their eggs out of that basket and they had it all in Mixer. And then when Mixer shut down, they had no solution. And so what they did was they reincorporated Twitch and made Twitch integration more seamless. But it took a little while to get that because Mixer's been down for, I don't know how long Mixer been gone at this point, but
been a couple of years now.
Couple years, yeah. So that's all they did was because remember the Xbox originally had Twitch. You could snap Twitch to the side and get streamed directly from it. And then when Mixer came into play, they overhauled the Xbox UI, incorporated Mixer with it, and it made it easier like that. Now they kind of redid that incorporation to have Twitch like directly from like the a dedicated like Twitch thing with your Xbox, which is cool. But
can you share YouTube yet?
No, not yet. You can't.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I don't know, man. It's like they gotta like I don't like that they took that, even though it's like it's but it's such a, people may not think it's a big deal, but it is. You know what I mean? It's a big deal. With social media, you do not want to be out of the loop. You like, that's how shit trends and go viral. You wanna have the hashtag Xbox share or some shit like that. You know what I mean? If it's easy to just share it directly from the console, just do it. Now Xbox DVR has been trash. Quality is ass. You know what I mean? I don't know how they haven't been able to fix it. And I feel like what it feels like is that they gave up trying to work on the DVR, give us a quality DVR feature, and they just said, fuck it, take the whole feature away and make us rely on mobile. And I just think that's the wrong move. So hopefully it's temporarily. We shall find out soon. But I don't like this move. I want to be able to share my shit directly from the box. What's up?
So does the share button have any functionality on the controller, or you got to hit the share button and then go to your phone to get the clips type shit?
Yeah, so the share button pretty much, you can record stuff and take a screenshot, but the problem is it just, everything just goes dedicated to the console. So it's like as if you went the Xbox social media. The Xbox is not a real social media platform, so there's no excitement of posting something to my page on Xbox, and nobody's looking at it. So that's what it's there for. So you could hit it and you could hit record that. So now it'll just go directly to the Xbox Live Network, and then when you want to share it, an option comes up. Instead of going share to Twitter, you hit share to mobile, and then all those social media icons pop up, and it goes to your mobile, and then from your mobile phone you do it.
That's not stupid as hell.
That's dumb as hell.
You have a gameplay limit, because like I know Twitter got like a video upload limit. I always wonder, why do I never see Xbox, or I rarely see Xbox gamers share footage. I just assume they weren't playing no fucking games. But now you're telling me
I never had any idea it actually worked like that. I'm like,
you know
that's
what I'm saying? Like,
hell.
it's a lot of steps, yo. Like,
yeah,
this shit is crazy.
Hope they make it better.
Yeah, I think it's pretty dumb, and like Smoove's right. The DVR has been busted since the damn system has come out. It's unacceptable, and it's just like, yo, why? Like, what is the point of having a dedicated share button? It's like all this extra shit and extra steps, and for what? I don't understand why they're doing it. I don't get it. I really just don't get it. Like, I'm clearly missing something that explains this, but I don't get it.
Okay, so maybe Xbox dudes are playing games. They just can't share it.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird considering they had like an extremely big head start on the whole DVR thing.
Yeah, because what happens is once they find something like, all right, this is cool, and then just like they had a head start on achievements. You know what I mean? Like they just didn't do anything with it since. It's like, okay,
they had years on achievements. That's weird.
I think everybody failing with achievements, though. I ain't gonna too much knock them on that. Ain't nobody doing achievements good no more, man.
You still mad at the new PlayStation trophy look? That's
the trophies are ass, bro.
Yeah, they're fine to me. Well,
no, but just
niggas with lobster hands platinum in games. I don't
Xbox DVR is like this. It's like, imagine buying like the most expensive Blu-ray 4K, DVD player just to watch Walmart standard DVDs in it. That's exactly what it feels like.
Bargain bin gaming. That's what we call an Xbox from now on.
Oh man. Well, let's talk about something more positive. Let's talk about Tunic. Who's played Tunic? Let's get some impressions, out there.
I haven't played it, so you guys have fun with this convo.
I played 27 minutes of it.
Oh Jesus!
Nice. Let's hear that.
I picked up a stick, hit a few bubbles with it, and I opened up, I guess, the first secret place. I don't play a lot of games like this. I mean, it's cute, it's colorful and whatnot, but I haven't gotten anywhere in the game to really comment on like the combat. Because from what I hear, the combat is pretty deep for the game scope and whatnot. So a lot of people was giving it praise, but honestly, like I said, people compare this game to like Zelda and Souls and stuff like that, and I'm not the biggest fan of like old school Zelda or any type of Zelda. So I'm not sure how much of Tunic I'm going to play or like, but we'll see. I guess I'll get to it when I get
get sick of this game that I'm playing.
It's an alright little game.
You played it, Blandrew?
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of it. It's like Smoove said, it's like a combination of Dark Souls and Zelda. It's got the difficulty of a Dark Souls, like everything is just really hard. All the enemies, their AI is like super aggressive, so you can't really run away from them. You'll get chased down through them, by them through the whole map and everything. And it's got a lot of the, go through a dungeon, you'll find a secret item or something like you'll find a sword, you'll find a shield, you'll find a little, like a little weird weapon or something like that. But overall, it's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing special. I was kind of hating it at first because I was playing it after I came home from work. And it's a game you can get lost in. Not like, it's a really addicting game. I can just lose my time in this, no. It's just like everything in this game is just so hard to follow because it doesn't even have like a real language to it. So you could like pick up an item randomly on the middle of the floor and you have no idea what it does because it just gives you a bunch of scribbles on the screen. There was a lot of weird designs like that I didn't really appreciate in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, it's a pretty decent little game. I think it would be a lot better on something like a Switch, though, where you can just pop it open and then play it on handheld mode, but it's all right.
Yeah. When I first saw the game a while ago, I thought it was going to be more like Death's Door, but it's not, and that's why I'm like, I don't...
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah,
it's not
it reminds me of that, but I don't think it plays like that at all, really.
Real shit. Jeez.
I don't think it does. I don't know. So that's why I'm like, I haven't really bought it yet. I don't know if I will.
Well, pass BG, check it out.
The dungeon designs are really good, though. So if you like those older top-down Zelda designs, you should be a little bit okay here. There is some little annoyances here as far as like not being able to control the camera and secret locations and things like that, but it's pretty cool. I like it.
All right. Nobody has anything else. We'll move on.
You gonna check it out?
No, not me. Probably not.
Jack?
I might. I don't know. I got a lot of games in the backlog, Blandy, but I might give it a shot.
Drewster,
Yeah, Drewster.
Blandy catching on. Let us see it.
Ooh.
You know what? No, Moocha is Moocha still here?
Let's hope
she's here,
not.
but she's not here.
She's not. Oh, okay.
Jack, fuck
she is.
you.
She is. I think her name Black Queen. What's good?
Yo.
Hey, Mo, I just defend you on the timeline too. You gonna cuss me out? Really? That's what you doing?
I mean, I love seeing Mocha curse people out on the timeline.
You see that zombie looking bitch going after you, Mocha? I tried to defend you, man.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Moocha, I just had to say, I feel like you might be on to something because I feel like I have been a little bit more negative as of usual, but I think it's mainly just the job having to put on a smile and everything since I got a promotion and all that. So starting to affect my.
Okay, you want the flex. All right, do that.
I definitely wanted to do that.
Slick with it.
Yeah,
stuff, brother. I appreciate you, Blandy.
Almost around $70K a year, almost.
Oh shit! Wow.
I'm just saying, but
Okay.
So you can buy a weapon with
All
it.
right, that's right. Go ahead and flex on him.
He ain't hit my PayPal yet. That's crazy.
No, sir, absolutely not.
Bitch.
But yeah, I am trying to take that out of my real world and trying to get back to detox from it in a way.
Okay. Andrew got a little bit more money. The hoes is after him. Excuse me, the ladies are after him, and he turn into a Chad as they call it, I believe.
I like it.
Got to level up out here, BG.
Oh man, I see you, dog.
Bond would be proud.
Yeah. All right. What else? What else we got before we get out of here? Oh, the Mario Kart Deluxe course content started to release this week, right? So I went on. I downloaded it. I bought it. I pre-ordered a few Nintendo games. Past few. I pre-ordered that Mario Strikers, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and
Nintendo Sports.
I was looking at it, but I was like, Nintendo Sports and Wii Sports never hit like that to me. Even though y'all say. Even though y'all listen, it just never hit like that to me, man.
That
is gonna take over the community, BG. Trust me, you gonna want to be there, dog.
Never hit like that to me, but these courses, right? I bought it and downloaded it. I didn't know they were like drip feeding these courses over time.
Oh yeah,
they said it's a wave thing.
I didn't know that.
Why would they come out with 40 some odd maps at one time? Like,
hey, why not? I thought we was getting it all at one time, bro. And like, me and my wife was like, yo, we got mad courses to play. And like, it ended up being 8? Is it like 8?
Yeah.
That's a decent amount of new courses, man.
So yeah, this is
like always wave.
what is it, 8 courses every month or something, or how are they breaking it down?
I just know it goes into 2023. It
The
said
end of
that when you
2023, yeah.
Oh no, okay.
that's definitely drip feeding. So the courses are good though. You know, I like them. So I just thought it was going to be like all at one time.
Aren't you the main one pushing this like Mario Kart is a live service game now? I thought you knew that.
Hey man, it definitely is though. Like I did not know it was like this. Everything live service now. Crazy.
Weird.
Okay. Yeah, so that's good. Oh yeah, GI, you want to talk about this Strangers of Paradise, this Final Fantasy nonsense?
Greatness of Paradise, absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead, talk about this nonsense real quick.
Nah. Best game Team Ninja's made since
Can
I
we
would
relax?
say
It's not better
no.
than Neo. There's no way it's better than Neo.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Okay. Go ahead and lie to us.
Okay.
Team
No.
Ninja kind of underrated.
No, they're a great dev team. The only issue, I'll say my issues first. The only issue I have with this game is there's no map. Like there's like no mini map for some fucking reason. Graphics look bad, and I don't know why. When Neo 1 and Neo 2 look fine. And had a third thing. But those are like the main things. But like the combat and the job system is perfect because you got like 30, like over 30 jobs. I'm sorry, not 30, like close to 30 jobs that you can pick from, and you can unlock unlock new moves, and you can actually like use those moves. And they even brought
Can we
back
get Jack
the
with one of
Azure
these
drop.
jobs? Never mind.
I mean,
man.
well, they do have a job for like slow fat niggas in the game, so we might get.
Hey, GI, you don't think nice, bitch. Watch your mouth.
But nah, it's it's like the perfect implementation of like Final Fantasy V's job system, but like in an action based type of setting. So it was like really, really good. And I am actually kind of fucking with the story. Like it's actually like people are like saying it's like it's it's so bad it's good kind of thing. I'm like, no, the story is actually pretty decent. Like it's not like groundbreaking or nothing, but like, it's like serviceable, nothing terrible. And music's really good too. Now I remember the third issue I had is you can't play as your party members in single player. You can only play as your party members in multiplayer. But
yeah, that's strange to me.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that.
I guess it's because you still have access to all of the what the fuck you call them, the classes.
Yeah, but
or it wouldn't make sense for you to be able to need to switch between characters because you could just easily just use their class if you wanted to.
Yeah. But I don't know. The only other thing I would say about the game though is this game actually like does get hard. I mean, there's like difficulty options if you want to pick whichever one you want to play on. But like I'm close to finishing the game, and then I gotta try chaos mode. Yeah, or greatness mode is all I've been told. But
Jesus.
yeah, look, man, this shit is heat. First game to sell 1 trillion copies, and I hope we get a sequel. And like all the locales are taken from different Final Fantasy games. Like each stage is based off of is like a location from different mainline Final Fantasy games. Like it's actually pretty cool. They even got like the themes from those games too for the stages.
Okay. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So you said it's selling 1 trillion copies. That's in your mind? That's in your head? Like
Yes. No.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Because I'm like, this game don't seem to be getting that much attention where it's gonna sell that much. But all right. Supermassive Games announced the Quarry, which I believe is a sequel to Until Dawn. So I need to know 2 things. Are y'all ready? Well, what do y'all think of this?
I'm excited as fuck.
And are y'all ready to admit that Until Dawn was mid? I just want to know.
Until Dawn was not mid. It was one of the best games of last generation. Don't even go there.
But Until Dawn, I did on a little date night for New Year's one day. It was pretty fun. We played through the whole game.
What is that game again?
What's those creatures in the game? I can't remember.
Wendigo. They look like
the Wendigos. Yeah.
Oh, like it's like a movie type game or something.
David Cage type game. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't play it. I watched the Rad Brad play it. It's a pretty good story, man. from what I've
You got to
seen.
watch DSP's playthrough. Legendary.
I believe you, yeah. Slow-Mo is a big fan of Until Dawn. He plays it every year with his wife, so.
It's literally an amazing game. Like when that game, it came out in 2015, right? I think 2015.
Mm-hmm.
When that game came out, like I was obsessed. Like I literally went and like I had to find out what every ending was. It was amazing, and I played it more than once.
Hey, yo, that's lit, man.
I've tried to get through this game twice. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, man.
Not good at the QTEs.
No, I mean I like David Cage's games. Those, I like all of David Cage's games like that. I even though I don't like I'm not a fan of the Telltale games as much. I would probably play the Telltale games over Until Dawn. Like,
what about Donut?
The Wolf Among Us is a pretty good one for Telltale, and also Slomo said, "Watch him out, G."
Oh, my bad, my.
Wait, BG, you never played Wolf Among Us?
No, the only Telltale game I've ever played is the Batman one. That's the only one I've ever even beat. I played the other ones, but I'm like, this is kind of trash.
Played the Walking Dead games?
I played the first episode.
With Lee? The first
yeah,
one?
I didn't. I'm like, but it was kind of whack. It was whack to me. The game just whack.
I need you to play Wolf Among Us. Can somebody donate?
I don't like
play
them
Wolf
joints.
Among Us?
Even the
Wolf
Batman.
pretty
Wolf
good,
Among Us is like $5, man.
Man, I just don't
Wolf
like
Among
them.
Us is well above all these games.
I don't like.
Yeah,
them.
I really like the Wolf Among Us. Bigby is a great character.
I agree. I wasn't expecting to like it that much, but I actually really liked it.
Yeah, I like the darker tone. I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
y'all
but
got me.
you like Heavy Rain, BG? That's what we getting
Yep,
at?
I like Heavy Rain. I like Detroit Become Human. I even like the one that wasn't so great. What's it called?
Beyond Two
after Heavy
Souls.
Rain. Yeah, Beyond Two Souls.
Stop.
I even like that
you
one.
like Beyond Two Souls and you can't play Wolf Among Us.
I'm sorry. I can't play Telltale games. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Some name right.
Isn't Quarry like reusing actors from like the anthology series? Because I've a lot of those people look like really familiar from the previous games they did under Bandai. Like House of Ashes and Man of Medan and what else? There's the other one, The Witches. Was
Little Hope or something.
Little Hope, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So this is a direct sequel, right?
The direct
I don't
sequel.
know if it's a
Spiritual
direct
successor.
sequel, but
Okay.
yeah, a successor. Yeah.
Okay. And dude from Scream is in there. That plays Officer Dewey. I see he's in there and stuff. That's cool. He fits right into this game, being in all the Scream films. Yeah, I won't be picking it up, but hey man, I hope
they're asking for a cool $70 for this. Kind of had me like kind of surprised.
Feeling themselves.
New norm by end of generation. Probably everybody be
Who's
charging.
publishing the
70.
game? Is it 2K?
believe so.
Yeah, all right, then that's why.
Then it makes sense.
I was about to say all the other games they did under Bandai was 60. So
Oh, Hogwarts Legacy $70 too.
yep.
Only on next gen though. After that.
Okay. I hope y'all enjoy that game, man. I want y'all to have a grand old time with it when it comes out. EA Play was canceled. Nobody cares, so we don't got to talk about that. Just wanted to put it out there.
Yeah.
Nobody's fazed by that.
Random question.
Yeah.
When does the Ghostwire reviews pop up?
Tomorrow. The embargo's tomorrow.
You gonna have yours up tomorrow?
Yeah, I actually didn't even make it yet. So I'm probably gonna do like because my preview honestly gave you all the information you really need to know. So I'm just gonna put up a review that's really just my score. That's really what it really was gonna be. But if I had to tell y'all something, would I recommend the game? Yes, I do. I do recommend it. I do think it's a good game.
Xbox got another one, right?
Oh, brother, that's that's how you see it. It's a good game. The trophy list just came out today because it might have been yesterday, but because while I beat the game, I still couldn't see the trophy list. It wasn't live. Trophy list is horrendous, right? Like I was very meticulous, like did everything I can in that game. I think I had like 30% of the trophies, and I'm like, this is clearly gonna be one of those games where you have to collect every single thing on some GTA level, right? And looked at the trophies, right? So there's spirits randomly, just spirits everywhere in the city, right? And I forgot how many spirits there are. There's like I think it's like 2 million. I might be messing that up, right? And it's not like each spirit you collect is equals one spirit. It's like a cluster of spirits, right? But essentially you got to go around the city and collect every little thing on some GTA level for one of these trophies. And I'm like, it's very Jack Move. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Jack Move does that type of shit where he goes around GTA and collects every single pigeon flying around.
Just say you're not as thorough as me, BJ. That's all you got to say, brother. You ain't got to add all that.
I hate trophies like that, man. Like, listen, if you want me to collect a certain amount of something, but everything, that's too much, bro. That's dumb. So,
quit thirsting for platinums, and it wouldn't be a bother to you.
It's a good game though. So I want the games I like to have some good trophies and everything.
Hey, what's this new crusade Mocha on about not getting trophies? What you on about? Make no sense.
What you say?
You on this new crusade trying to discourage people from getting trophies, Miss?
How many trophies you got, Mocha? How many platinums?
That's the problem. You ain't got no fucking platinum trophy. Now you trying to make shame.
I have one platinum trophy, nigga, and
that's a goddamn shame.
I have one.
I only got
and
two.
It's only because I don't care for platinums.
You sure you don't?
I don't. Platinums ain't hard to get. Fuck out of here.
Oh, that's why you only got one. That's why you only got one.
Is that because I don't care for them? I don't care.
Okay,
Just like you don't care to get a desktop and you want to sit on your bed with your
that's easy to get. Yeah, so that's easy to get. Yeah,
nigga. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about a platinum. I play a game. I go through my playthrough. I get the trophies that I come across while I'm playing. And when I'm done with the game, I move on to something else. I'm not going to spend 20 hours, 25 hours running around the map looking for rings and gaming cards. And
you don't like going after knickknacks?
No, I don't want to look for knickknacks.
That's how you're not built like that, Mocha. That's cool. We
I don't give a fuck about all that. I play the game to experience the game. And when I'm done, I'm done. I'm not going to go play through a game 5, 6, 7, 8 more times. Y'all literally go through a game hella times just because you missed a trading card and dumbass shit like that.
Nerds. Can't believe they do it.
I don't care for it. So, yeah, I'm not doing
it. I know BG not acting like he literally didn't just tell us how to get a plat.
Literally, meanwhile, I'm literally about to get the Legacy of Thieves.
Bro, you woke up at 6 in the morning playing that shit the other day.
I wanted to clean it up. Listen, and you know what I'm tight about? There's a glitched conversation in Lost Legacy. That's the one thing keeping me from having the platinum right now. So I gotta go through that whole level again, get to the conversation, and hope it doesn't glitch out again. Because if it glitch out again, I'm walking the naughty dog. I'm pulling up.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, a platinum that looked hella tedious to me was The Last of Us 2. Like, the people who got that platinum got a lot of times on that.
I got that. Well, I'm saying I got that.
It was easy, Mocha.
No, the Last of Us 2 platinum didn't seem like that much. It's just
it's just tedious. The collectibles and stuff like that. I think the only game that I might go back and platinum is like Life is Strange Before the Storm. And the only reason I'm debating on it is because I damn near got it on accident the first time I went through the game. And because that game has it to where you don't have to go through the whole game again. You can just play like certain episodes again and stuff like that. So you can play the episode where you like miss the item and then get it.
I think I got like 2 achievements or so.
Exactly. I only got like 2. I'm like, might as well. But like, no, beating the game and then you only have like 30% progress to the platinum and then just playing it hella times over and over again just to be able to say you got the platinum. Like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, for me, I only go after. Well, I only have 3 plats, right? And I only go after plats that are like not a hassle for me, I guess you could say. So I got the Destiny plat like just from the merit of me playing that game. all the time and over the last couple years. I got the Demon Souls plat because Optimus Code was all like, bet you can't get that Demon Souls plat before December. And I was like, bet! I got you! And so I made sure I got it before December. Shout out to him. And then I got the Elden Ring plat because it was pretty easy in comparison to like Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3, you got to collect all the rings. I was like, dude, I'm not doing that. But in Elden Ring, you got to collect like 7 or 8 specific items for like weapons, for what are those things? The talismans.
Armaments.
Yeah, the armaments,
talismans, and
the spells and the incantations. It's very very small list. So I ran and got those real quick. I was missing one weapon, but shout out to Jay Bari. He just dropped the weapon for me, so I was able to get my plat.
See, I had to do New Game Plus and throw my game in a New Game Plus just to get the platinum.
Yeah.
And you see, come on, Hardhead.
Come on. I just had to walk to it. The only problem is the fact that I had to go to New Game Plus because I had locked myself out of NPC by going into nighttime and killing the NPC that was there at night. So he wasn't there no more when it was daytime. All I had to do was boot the game up in the New Game Plus, run to him, kill him, and I had the platinum.
I guess I just don't have it in me. Kudos to y'all though. You got to be
the Elden Ring plat easy,
super easy,
light work.
I mean, the only issues would be, like I said, fighting Radahn, Malenia, and Malekith. But I mean, Malekith, you have to beat Malekith, but Malenia and Radahn are optional. So, it's one of those things where do you want to frustrate yourself or not? Because I was a little annoyed fighting against them. I'm not gonna lie, not Malekith, but Malenia and Radahn were very irritating for me. So,
Jack, get them super chats ready, if you don't mind.
Man, I mean,
you better than me, Luke. I hit that.
Get them super chats ready, dog.
Express, man. Fuck, bro.
Take that meat out your mouth and get the super chats ready, bro.
Speaking of trophies, though, BG, what was with that random attack against me and the Nintendo army when it pertained to achievements this past week?
Random attack? Why you think because somebody's saying Nintendo, they talk about you?
I just went on Twitter on my lunch break and I just saw you randomly attacking us.
All I said was Nintendo need to add achievements. There's literally no reason why they don't have it, besides them being stubborn.
You against that for a Nintendo, right, Moocha?
What'd you say?
Trophies on Nintendo?
Yeah, I don't think Nintendo needs trophies.
It's one of those things where Nintendo fans swear, "Oh, we don't want them. We're gamers. We don't need them."
They don't.
That?
I feel like
until
Nintendo
they get them,
type of gaming experience, and you don't need trophies over there because it.
Until they get them,
like
they will be sharing
toxic free. I don't need toxic gaming over it. When I play Nintendo, I play it for like nostalgia. It's more of a laid back type of gaming experience. And
we're not toxic. What are you talking about?
I just want it for malicious reasons.
As soon as they get trophies,
want trophies to be toxic. Like
I want trophies to prove that you play games, and if you ain't got the trophies that prove it,
I mean, but you can't. But Nintendo has it to where they show how many hours you put into a game.
So you can turn on the game and leave it home.
Fake that.
All right, Moocha.
You can fake that.
You really Nintendo fans doing that, Jack?
They gonna love it.
Gaming for
if
$300.
anything, they can have a completion trophy. Completion trophies, that's it. But like all the other stuff for Nintendo, I don't think Nintendo needs it. Now I would like to have like say, okay, I'm conflicted on whether or not Nintendo needs a party chat because part of me wants it, but when I think about it, it's the toxic part of me that wants it. Because I don't know. Do you really need to be cussing people out and just being toxic in Mario Kart?
I'm about to say, imagine Mario Kart
like,
with voice chat. Oh my god!
Like, should Mario be the type of game where you be toxic? I don't think so.
Man, who the fuck just hit me with that blue shell?
Fire.
That's all you gonna be.
Jack.
Hey, that would be heat though. Like, I hope the Nintendo Switch Sports game has voice chat. Imagine the shit talking that's gonna go down in them bowling lobbies, dog.
Jack, start reading.
Who the fuck you talking to, nigga?
John Hartsfield.
Don't be putting my gun out there, BG. I was eating some Panda Express. Now you interrupted me. All right. God damn. We got super chats. All right. We got Tarek Ahmed. He says, "This is a WWP challenge. I challenge BG to read one page of a Harry Potter, nigga. Yeah. He wouldn't be able to do it.
No, thank you.
We got Tarek Ahmed again. He said, Lord of the Rings is the superior book series, okay? We got Andrew Wilkins. He said, "Can y'all address ex-dwarf community saying Boards or Motorsport 7s look better than GT7? GT Sport looks much better than Boards or 7. The Xbox fans all lie."
Even John Lennon said people are tripping by trying to say that.
I don't like when people fucking cap for it just because he said it like as if he's the god of eyes.
I mean, like, he's got tools
I got
that I
my
don't.
own pair of eyes, and
he's got tools that I don't. And
he got tools to zoom in. He can zoom in shit. But
if me and you say something, we on the opposite side, it could easily be argued that we just capping.
But he's biased too. He has his own biases.
What do you mean? Have you seen how much he's talking about Forza Horizon 5? He's not biased.
Great. I'm just saying, but he has his own biases too. But the thing is, I've seen enough of Gran Turismo 7 to know that I don't even think Gran Turismo 7 looks better than GT Sport at this point.
That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't.
It
looks good in scope mode and photo mode. It looks immaculate.
But you gotta understand, nobody playing Gran Turismo is playing the game in performance mode. Most people are comparing a game in performance mode on a console to games running on a PC on niggas with 3070s and 3090s.
No. I'm talking about the 47 on Xbox One X holds up to freaking Gran Turismo
in performance mode. In performance mode,
4K 60. Nothing changes. It's 4K 60.
It's 4K 60 on GT7 too, but performance mode
it's okay.
Performance mode, Forza Horizon 5 and Forza Motorsport 7 do not look anywhere near as good as even GT Sport. You're not about to sit here trying to tell me that.
GT7. I don't care about. I'm not talking about GT Sport. I'm talking about GT7. That's the game I've been seeing.
I said both of them. Both of them.
Forza Motorsport 7 and Forza Horizon 5 looks better than GT7. And I say that with all due respect.
Performance mode.
Honestly. No, in any fucking mode. The only way GT7 looks better than Forza is when you go into scopes or photo mode and they get to do that fake
or
shit
when you just turn the game into fidelity mode, which almost nobody does.
The way I play racing games is where I can see the whole entire car, right? That shit, if that shit doesn't look good in Gran Turismo. It just doesn't.
You're looking at people playing in performance mode.
Performance mode is 4K 60. There's no difference in performance mode in
You're comparing that's just the resolution. That doesn't mean much.
There's no changes in the quality though in Gran Turismo.
Yes, there is.
They only toggle on ray tracing, and that's for replay and shit. That's all. The actual quality,
the full fidelity of the game goes up. They wouldn't. If all they did was turn on ray tracing for replay, then the game wouldn't need to run at 30 FPS when you go into fidelity mode.
The game doesn't run at 30 FPS.
Both modes are in 4K. Both modes are in 4K.
But it doesn't run at 30 FPS in fidelity mode.
Yes, it does.
Only the replay.
GT7 in fidelity mode is in 30 FPS.
Not the actual game. No, it's not.
Yes, it is, Smoove.
Really?
That was easily something you can go look up. I can't believe this is a debate.
Look it up. Look it up. You want to put some money on this?
Look it up. I have the game.
I got to pay bond. You want to put some money on this?
I'm not putting money on a goddamn thing.
I mean, why not? I should believe you because you got the game, right? I should believe you, but I'm almost certain the game runs at 4K 60 in fidelity mode.
Respectfully, I'm not trying to be here all night. Can y'all?
Yeah.
Can y'all save this for after the show?
We all know Mario Kart 8 looks the best anyway. So
Jack, can you
before I was so rudely interrupted by these?
Finish up and we'll find out who's right about that.
We have Woden's Throne. He says all these pronouns can go fall on a rusty fishing knife. Okay, I didn't say that he did. Okay, we got Andrew Wilkins. He says, anyone seen the film where it was unacceptable to be straight? Kids all have the same gender and parents, and men and women only could mate once a year to procreate. A girl kissed a boy at elementary school, and kids beat her up for it. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, sir.
What?
I know what he's talking about.
Just keep going.
Oh,
sounds a crazy movie.
Yeah.
I know, right? Let's see here. Hold on. All right, here we go. We got Shot Red 555. He says it's not Gen Z. I see people in their 40s and our generation going crazy on social media. Stuff like Twitter is messing with people's heads. We got Iron Mike. Shout out to WWP. It was a good run. Yeah, we're going to get canceled, bro. We got King of Gamers 405. The Leah Thomas thing is being forced on women in sports now. A lot of parents are outraged for their daughters. We got Tarek Ahmed again. He said, we know more about Dre Detox album than Starfield. We got Jay Barry. He said, Hogwarts Legacy is better than Starfield. Starfield 2-second gameplay looking ass. Hogwarts Legacy looks amazing. We got Jazzy Jefferson.
He get blocked on Twitter.
Oh shit! We said Jazzy Jefferson said Jack not get the desktop because he doesn't want to end up like a PC terrorist. Hey, speak on that, brother. We got Andrew Wilkins. He says, let's be real, all these allegations. The issue is Caucasians are naturally vulgar and a weird sense of humor. Seen it personally too many times. Wow. We got AG Crueler. He says, shout out to Black Bond not being here this week. Best episode since the last time he wasn't here. What, last week? we got B Staples. He said, Halo will be fine. Games have come back from worse. That's true. We got Andrew Wilkins again. He says, Smoove is showing why people around the world, even non-gamers, clown Xbox and their fans. Microsoft and Xbox fans have never gotten one W in 4 generations. Okay.
Damn.
We got Andrew Wilkins again. He said, GT Sports sold 14 million. Xbox has no multiplayer on that level. We got Muck45. He said, Xbox, we're closing all of our studios. Smoove, I ain't worried. Hey, hate to see it, dude. Just a lost soul. We got Emmanuel A1 again. He says, nice to hear Mocha's beautiful voice again. Unfortunately, she's just as toxic as ever. Face palm. He said, Tunic is a game of the generation so far. And I agree, Mocha's definitely very toxic. Very toxic.
But wait a minute. His mama toxic. That's why his daddy left. But anyway, keep going.
Ooh.
What?
Period, poo.
Finish up.
Period.
Period. Hold on, let me refresh. I think we got 2 more, man. Y'all is going crazy. I just wanted to finish my Panda Express, but y'all ain't letting me do that. That's crazy. All right, let me see here. What'd you say?
General Toss chicken?
No, man, I got some. It's like some honey breast. I don't know. It's some chicken breast shit. Okay, hold on. We got Andrew Wilkins again. He said, Smoove proves me right again. All Xbox fans are slow. We got Jazzy Jefferson. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak dropping on the everlasting summer of the Nintendo Switch on June 30th. We got Gideon Inc. He says, Smoove stutters when he says fanboyish-ish. There you go.
All right. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you everybody who's supporting Weapon Wheel. Watch the support the Patreon. Hit the join button. Became a member. All that good stuff. I'm gonna let Luca do our outro real quick. Thanks for coming. Appreciate
thanks. Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I had a ton of fun, bro. You guys can find me on Twitter at the Ashton Luca, on YouTube at the Ashton Luca. My stats are on my profile for Twitter, so if you want to double check anything, go ahead. And yeah, good shit, man. Good shit, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. I'm gonna let Mocha and Hardhead and GI do their outros too, since they're guests, and Jack Move and Blandrew, yeah, I don't need one. Go ahead, Hardhead.
It's Hardhead 7WD. Y'all know where to find me. That's on Twitch. Shout out to the GT community, dog. At least we enjoying the game while we still can. Hopefully,
hey man, looking at them views, you wouldn't think they found you, bro.
Mine?
Starting with blessed red, Tony. GI, go ahead. GI, go ahead.
I'm about to say I'm not blessed red now. Don't play with me, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me on. Make sure y'all check out the greatness that is Strangers of Paradise. And yeah.
All right, Mocha.
I'm gonna say shout out to Luca. I love Luca. She was a breath of fresh air, and I think
shout out to you, Queen.
You should have her on here more.
Oh man, this love between black queens. You gotta love it, Jack.
Yeah.
I mean, as we should.
Oh, I do.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
See, Jack took that the wrong way. You a little like a little freak.
Mocha's out of my league, guys. So.
Is it true, Mocha?
Out of her league? Absolutely not.
Oh, so never mind. I ain't gonna go
there. What you talking about though? What's going on?
Hey, we'll catch y'all next week, man. Hit that like button. I was just asking a question. What y'all talking about? I wasn't going. Anyway, we out.
Yo, BG horny, bro. What's going on, man?
No. Wow. Right. Plenty of tried and plenty of failed. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. Bye. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know my bro king got me, see that's a black bond that can't be broken. No Idris Elba, I'm a black bond, aiming a scoping. All black panel, you can never try playing us token. Yeah, we playing games, but now one of us playing or joking. Not at all. Oh wait, then Jack Move came in with the trophies, God in the lane of its own. Like how can you gamers approach me? Tell kids Smoove to body you in Halo, then send your family an angel emoji. You should've known, dog, you ain't got enough Series X's. Blind got all the answers, no, you ain't gotta ask Siri questions. All the latest gaming news gotta be here to check it. Since 2015 and beyond, I'm just here to respect it. When you at the top of your tier, it's a blessing. From the bottom, so no way we appear to be desperate. This for anybody doubting, I'm clearing a message. And if you ever had a problem, I'm here to correct. Plenty of failed. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know what it is, man. Weapon World Podcast, y'all know what we got in the building, man. We got BG. We got Kid Smoove, we got Jack Move, we got Black Bond, I mean. Blandrew, I mean, what you can't out strafe us, bro. Like, the strafe too strong.